Yeah, I get paid off. I get paid off engagement. I don't care how you feel about me. Yeah. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Don't let me close one more door. Hey, I don't wanna hurt anymore. Good evening. Good evening. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling tonight? So I want everybody to do me a favor, right? I want you guys to come over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast, right? I want you guys to come over because once you come over to my YouTube channel, which is Nothing But the Truth Podcast, you'll be actually able to come up on my live channel. So that will be the super dope part about it all. So if you are on my Instagram, if you are on my TikTok, I want you guys to come over to my YouTube channel. That's where I want you guys to come over to. I want you guys to show love. I want you guys to come over and hit the likes, and I want y'all to turn the live up. Click the link to join my live. And so I'm going to put the link in the chat as well. If you guys want to book your one-on-one sessions, if you want to get my merchandise, which is Nothing But the Truth Apart Me, which is Let Me Cook for a Second merchandise, all of those links will be pinned at the top of the chat. For the links, they will be blue. They will be lit up as blue. That is how they will be displayed. Do not be shy to hit the links, man. We in for a super duper good show tonight. I'm going to bring up another man tonight, and we just going to talk. Ladies, if you need game, you want to learn some stuff tonight, do not be afraid to pull up. Like I said, if you are on TikTok, make sure you guys pull up. I got a question for you guys while you guys are on here. How do I sound? Do I sound crystal clear? Do I? You need a one-on-one session with me, baby? You got to click the link in the bio. You got to click the link in the bio to book a one-on-one session with me. That is the only way that you'll be able to tap in. Yep, you got to click my link in my bio. Yep, that's the only way. Yep. But what I'm going to do, yeah, you got to come over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. That is where we'll be going live at. So I think that a lot of people get confused, right? Okay, cool. So I think that a lot of people get confused. Hey, brother, you can come over as well if you like to. But yeah, I think that a lot of people get confused um about the YouTube channel. We don't mind you being on Instagram, right? We don't even care about you being on Instagram. If you want to be on Instagram, if you want to be on TikTok, stay on Instagram, stay on TikTok. What I'm saying to you is if you want to engage with me, if you want to engage with me, you have to come over to my YouTube channel. This is the link for um, private counsel, private conversations, books, and merch. And I'm putting that. What's the deal? What's the deal? I'm just getting these chats ready for everybody, man. So everybody come over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. And like I said, my books, my merchandise, yes, we are on YouTube right now as we speak. That's where we at. We on my YouTube channel, which is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? And I want everybody to come over, man. Tap into the chat. We are in for an absolute dope show tonight, man. If you are on Instagram, if you are on Facebook, if you are on what is that? Um TikTok, come over to my YouTube channel. It is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Thank you, T. Johnson, man. I really appreciate that, man. That means the world to me. And yeah, if you guys want to come over, click the link to join the live. We are going to talk about what the F is an alpha female tonight. I also want to talk about I want a lot of women to come up and talk to me and speak to me about why do we have all of these super sexy women, right? We have all these, what's the deal? We have all of these super sexy women, right? And they're super successful, but they're super duper single. And that is something that I would absolutely like to talk about tonight. I would absolutely love to talk about that tonight. So, like I said, anybody that wants to join the live, you click that link. That is how you join the live. We are absolutely going to get into it tonight. I am answering all questions. If you guys have questions, I absolutely have answers. Do not be afraid to ask. That is like literally what I am here for. I'm here to help. I'm here to help. That's it. That's all. And if you need to book a one-on-one session, the link is in my bio. The link is literally in my bio. Literally. So yeah, let's get to this advice tonight. How is everybody feeling? How was everybody's day? What questions do you have for me? I always wonder why the most yo, bro. And you know what's so crazy? We're going to talk about that tonight, right? Because we have all of these pretty women that can't get a man. We have all of these beautiful women, right? You would think, right? They have all the cars, all of the money, all of the accomplishments, right? But these women are single as hell. These women are single as hell, right? Like isn't that a little bit alarming? And I'm actually looking for my pen because I thought I brought pens in here. And I guess I didn't. But yes, like that's alarming to me, right? We have all of these beautiful women, right? We have all of these beautiful women, and for some reason, what's up, Diana? How you feeling? What's up, Kwamani? How you feeling? What's up, naturally blessed Jess? How you feeling? Make sure you guys hit the likes. Make sure you guys hit the subscribes. For everybody that is on my YouTube channel right now, I need you guys to do me a favor, and not a big favor, an extremely small favor. I want you to come over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Come on over so I can get off TikTok because it actually messes my screen up. But we ready to get into it. We're ready to really get into it tonight. So like I said, you guys are in for an absolute treat. I cannot wait to speak to every single one of you guys. Let me move this over. Let me bring this over. How is my sound this evening? Like, is the sound clear? But anyway, let's get to it. We're gonna get into it, man. Come over to my YouTube channel. It is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Thank you. If you would like to talk to us, if you would like to engage with us, we are on the YouTube channel. Once again, it is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. So let's see what the bro's saying. He says, when a woman is broken inside, it shows outside, not necessarily looks, but through her actions. I agree. I agree. And it's one of those things where I always tell women and men, I'm not mad at you for dating a broke person, but I would be upset with you for dating a broke in person. You understand? And there's a major difference. Everybody hit the likes, everybody hit the super chats. I'm going to be here with y'all tonight. We're going to get the rocking and rolling. Make sure y'all share the lives. Get your friends in here. Get your homeboys in here. Get your girlfriends in here. We are in for a movie tonight and we are taking all questions. You just have to come over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. I made that crooked. My fault. Yes, my YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Thank you so much, Miss Jesse James. And if you guys want to hit the super chats, that is at the bottom of the screen. We want at least 100 people. Thank you, Curdy. We want at least 100 people over on my YouTube channel. Once again, my YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Come on over. Make sure you guys tap in. Make sure you guys are not afraid to have topics. We will talk about topics tonight. As we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Come over to the YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast. My man keeps accusing me of cheating. After 5 years, he's never had any real evidence, but still treats me like I'm a whore. So he treats you exactly how he views you, sweetheart. That man treats you exactly how he views you. So my question would be to you is, what is causing you to stay? Why are you staying? Why are you there? He looks at you like a whore. He treats you like a whore. He accuses you of being a whore. So obviously, deep down inside, he thinks that you're a whore. So my question to you would be, if you are not a whore, if you are not a cheater, why are you staying? Why are you staying? If you are not a whore, if you are not a cheater, why are you staying? Why are you being somebody's doormat? Why? Help me figure that out. Why? You're not a whore. You're not a cheater. You're a great woman, right? Let you tell it. Why would you be? That's like me continuously being with somebody that is. You ever heard that song by Keisha Cole? And I talk about this in my books. I literally talk about I should have lied. I should have cheated. Maybe I should have went out to the club. Maybe I should have lied. Maybe I should have cheated. Maybe I should have went out to the club. You familiar with that song? When somebody beats up on you psychologically, when somebody beats up on you mentally. Another thing that I've learned in my experience, usually, right, when somebody is overly accusing you of doing something, they're probably the ones doing it. And that's what I've learned in my life experiences. Everybody that's on TikTok, do me a favor, come over to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is nothing but the Truth Podcast. And I want you guys to come over and I want you guys to build with me tonight and ask questions. Make sure you guys get into the chat. We're answering all questions tonight. You guys have questions for me? I have answers. My name is Truth Hurts. I give some of the best advice in the world. And if you need to book a one-on-one session with me, which is a private call, a confidential call, click the link in the bio. It is all the way at the top of my link. If you want my Let Me Cook for a Second hoodies as well, you can get those. If you want my Let Me Cook for a Second hoodies, which this is the logo, you can get those. You can get those. Let me see. Is it on the screen? I believe it is. Yes, you can get those. Yep. And you can get my audio ebooks, which are complication ships. They're not that into you. What the fuck is a trauma bond? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. But anyway, next question. Oh, you here now. Thank you so much. And make sure you hit the likes as well. Make sure you hit the likes as well. Bring the young brother up. How you feeling, Brody?
How you doing, my brother? How you doing? I almost did a rookie mistake.
It's okay. I was quick on the draw, and you actually sound crystal clear. So that's super duper dope, man. We just in the building. We just vibing. I'm just trying to get us a little bit of traffic over here, but life is stupendous for me, man. No complaint. You see the headgear? I'm official. Like I'm official. Like
right.
I'm official. Like
they was clowning me for a while now. You know, now I'm hot. You know what I'm saying? They was clowning they talking about.
No, I get it. I get it
now, right? We on flight. You know what I'm saying? Top flight. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm getting this banner together, man. But we in a building. Ladies,
yes,
if you have any questions, you can ask the brother Ali. You can ask me as well. Come over to my YouTube channel, which is nothing but the Truth Podcast. Come on over. We are going to have some hard conversations tonight. This is what I'll tell you though. I'll throw one disclaimer out there. If you do not like the truth, if you don't like the truth, if you do not like accountability, if you're looking for a simp man, a beta man, a man that's going to tell you what you want to hear, go ahead and log off now. That way I don't got to waste your time nor hurt your feelings. Respectfully.
Let me see. Okay.
Yeah, and come on over. Come on over to my YouTube channel, like I said, which is nothing but the Truth Podcast. Come on over. We are in the game. Let me check out some of these comments. I'm so tired of being single. I can't seem to find a man that pours out the love I give. How do you feel about that, Ali? How do you feel about that question?
They're not tired of being single. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to invest in a man. They don't want to sacrifice themselves and their feelings to get a man. Ain't y'all the most desired people on earth? Y'all will have way more people pursue you than men truth combined. Y'all the men in your DMs, men will come up to you in public, man, try to talk to y'all constantly in and out the internet. Y'all, if you single, you want to be single. Because if you really wanted a man just as bad as you wanted them degrees, just as bad as you wanted that job, just as bad as you wanted that car and them best friend and that little dog you bought yesterday, you'd have a man. But you don't want a man bad enough. That's all.
So are there any ladies that feel like you can't get a man or keep a man because you don't want a man bad enough? Because that's definitely one way to look at it. And I see a few ladies say that you're not lying. So are there any women out here that think that you are willing and want to put in the work to get a man? It's just no men checking for you. Like, how do we feel about that? How do we feel about that? I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it tonight. Okay, we got another question for you. She has the looks, she has the intelligence, and she has the money, but she does not have the loyalty. Does she have self-respect? Does she have genuine love? Do you want to answer that? I'm gonna let you answer that. It triggered me. I was triggered, but I'm gonna just shut up. You go ahead.
Well, it sounds like, again, all the things that would be attractive to a man If the woman ain't even loyal to being feminine, loyal to being a woman, loyal to being able to cater to somebody outside herself, she's never going to be loyal to anybody because she don't trust anybody. And a person who don't trust anybody can't be trusted.
Mm, 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 mm. You know what? I want to piggyback off of that again. You said that she has the look, she has the intelligence, and she has the money, but does she have the loyalty? Does she have the self respect? Does she have the genuine love? Without the loyalty, without the self respect, without the genuine love, she is what I would like to call a bougie bum. She is a dressed up garbage can, right? The outside of her, the appearance is amazing, but the inside is full of trash and termites and what's those other things that come maggots. She's filled with maggots and
Bologna
rotted
juice.
shit. Exactly. And that is what you would be dealing with when you get a woman that looks good on the surface, but the outside is worthless. And that rhymed.
Mm.
And I didn't mean for that to rhyme. She looks good on the surface, but the inside is worthless. That's the bar. And yes, that's a heavy joint. Like I said, man, come on over to the chat. We are on YouTube, which is nothing but the truth podcast. For everybody that's on TikTok that wants to take a part in the conversation, come on over. I want at least 3 women to join the chat, right? I want at least 3 women to join the chat. And I want you women, right? We're going to give you a chance. I want you women to explain to me what is an alpha female. Are there any women on here right now that could come up and give me and the brother Ali the definition of what an alpha female is? And we'll wait. Like, we're patient. We'll talk until then. But could somebody please come up and tell me what an alpha female is, because I don't understand it. So yeah. But anyway, come on up the YouTube channel. And if you're on TikTok, nothing but the truth podcast. Let's get this conversation started tonight. I often hear women say they want men. They want men. I want the perspectives of men. There are 2 men here. There are 2 men here. Y'all got questions? Come on up and ask them tonight. For sure. Click that link right there in the chat. You can give a man all the love, loyalty, care, and even be 10 toes down for a man. And yeah, in
And
finances.
finances.
And oh, let me. I'll put that up for you. I'll let you know. So, ladies, you have to answer that question on live. We don't want to hear in the comments
Yeah.
what an alpha female is. I want you to come up and verbally tell me. I want you to treat me like a kid and break it down into the smallest components possible and spoon feed it to me, please. But anyway, you want to answer? There's something for you.
Those are umbrella terms that women use that don't mean absolutely nothing. You know, they can't define those terms. They can't put no substance behind those terms. They're not action words. And they're actually projecting, because if you do give a man all that, that would definitely give him happiness, because our list is extremely low. We down to don't give me no problems and peace. Most of everything men asking for, they can't get. So we down to don't give us problems and peace. And most men still can't get that. So a lot of times, excuse me, when sisters say something a man ain't doing, it's typically what they're actually not doing. And that's why they're not happy. So another thing is men look for peace. So I know you're talking about a woman. We want peace. We don't search for happiness. And in our peace, we find that happiness. So we don't be looking for something. We already have it within us. It's sisters that are looking for happiness. It's sisters that are looking for benefits. It's sisters that are looking to be entertained. It's sisters who are looking to be catered to. And it's sisters who will continue looking for this thing that does not exist, that only lives in their mind. So typically, a man wants peace and a woman wants happiness. So it's just projection.
So most women will say, how is it that a man will ask for peace but doesn't provide it? That's what they'll say. Like, that's one of those rebuttals for that. They'll say a man wants peace, but all he does is cheat, lie, and be toxic. So how could a man want peace, but he doesn't lead with peace? Because that's something that a woman will say. Ladies, come into the chat. Click the blue link. I'm listening.
It's just projection again. That's why, look, think about this. Sisters will be like, I can't be logical because I'm emotional. So then they'll say, we need to be emotionally available and emotionally intelligent, but it's actually them. So if you don't care about what their interests are, if you don't care about what they're talking about, if you don't care about the direction they want to go, you're not emotionally intelligent and you're not emotionally available. So again, if you're not doing what they don't want, you're not doing what they want you to do, then you can't provide them peace. But even when you do provide them peace, truth, they'll say it's boring, brother. You know what I'm saying? If you provide stability, if you provide support, women will find that to be triggering for themselves because they're so used to being in a toxic environment that when they finally get peace, it's too good to be true. So they find a way to sabotage
Wow.
that as well too. You know?
Wow.
Mhm.
So listen, y'all got to come over to the YouTube. Yeah, we are on YouTube, right? We are on my YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Come over right now. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, we ready to get into it tonight. Y'all need to come up here. This brother is killing it. We're going to get to it tonight, man. Come over to the podcast, Nothing But the Truth Podcast on my YouTube channel. If you want to join the chat, all you have to do is click the link. The link will be blue. It is in the chat right now. It'll say StreamYard. You click that, it will put you backstage. I will bring you ladies up. Click the link to join the chat. I got a question for you. So I seen a post by a content creator today, and it triggered me beyond. Oh man, I mean I was just, so I was a content creator, and she's a female content creator. She's a life and relationship coach. Super single, not a man in sight. I just want to make sure I give that. Super single, not a man in sight. Um, Even in the looks department, strong 5.5 in the looks department. But anyway, she says that don't let these men convince you that you're washed up, or that you're washed up after getting out of a long marriage. You can absolutely go outside and get any man that you want. These men are going to have a harder time getting married before you because they're the ones that's washed up. And I was just so triggered by that. Um, Matter of fact, maybe I could. Let's see if you know what I'm gonna do. Something that I never do. You mind if I pull the post up? You
Nah,
mind? Okay, give me
nah.
1 second.
You
I'm.
know how to share. You know how to share yet?
Oh, I would love. How do
So,
I do that?
family, you see that bottom button in the middle that says share screen?
That's what that says. Share
That's what
screen.
that.
Yep.
So if you hit share screen, you can share your if you got a YouTube page open or IG, like whatever you want them to see, you'll click on that and they get to see it and you get to share it and
Really?
maximize it. Oh yeah.
I. Wow. This is.
And
Let's
that video
see.
file, if you download a video file, you can push that to the screen. So I'll show you I'll show you something real quick. Hold on. Well, actually, you know how to go to a YouTube, go pick the video you want them to see, go to it on YouTube or IG off your computer, and then you press that share screen button.
Let's see if I
This how
can
you
get it here.
this how you gonna start doing reviews too. You're gonna do
Damn, and I can't even. Hold up. Fuck, man, and I'm so disgusted. You know what? That may be too advanced, but we gonna do. Damn, but I
nah, just hit that share screen
hold on.
at the bottom,
I
and
did,
then
but
you'll
it want
see
me
the
to like.
tone tabs, that tone crack, the tone tab,
No,
tone
I
tab.
see everything. It's just it
Okay.
wants me to like do it want me to do like a gang of shit. And no, I will get it. I'm just not a tech set, but I will. Listen, when I tell you I will.
Yo, you
Hey,
funny. You
listen,
probably see Chrome tab window and entire screen. So
I see
don't worry
everything.
about. So just
No,
worry
I'm
about that
telling
left.
you.
You don't what you
It's
see.
just
Tell me
that
what you see. We gonna help you today because you got a
hold
brother
up.
to help you.
What? No, for sure, for sure. So everybody that's on TikTok, I am logging off of TikTok right now. You have to come over to my YouTube channel, which is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Maybe you share your screen?
Yeah. I'll show you what I mean. So what you want me to
So
share? Send me a
so
link. Send me the
if
link you want me to
there is
share,
a
and then you just pull it up.
you know
So
what?
if you got a link,
I got you.
put
I got
put
you.
the link in the
Hold
private
up.
chat.
I'm literally and I don't know how to, but this is what I do know how to
Hey,
do.
two minds is better than one, my brother.
No,
Teamwork
for
make the
sure.
dream work.
I need you to see
It
this
takes
because
a village.
this post.
Two hands is better than one. No,
That's a fact. Let me see if I can find this because this post had me. I mean, hold on, I got to find this post. Where is this post at? Because I was so disturbed. Oh, I got to find this shit now. Let me see. 1 second.
oh yeah.
Damn, I want to find this shit, and I'm. Damn. You know what?
Don't give up, man.
Because I was so disturbed by it, and I just
Don't give up.
hold on. Let
Whose
me.
page was it on? Do you remember whose page it was on?
I don't even want. You know what's crazy? You know, and you know what? I'm not going to do it only because I don't even want to name drop. But anyway, you know what? And I apologize for wasting all of y'all times. But anyway, yeah. So they were basically saying in so many words in layman terms that basically women have a better chance of getting married after a long-term relationship than a man. And I totally disagree with that. But I want to know how you feel about it.
We talked about this before. Our market values change. So I'll keep saying that the marriage is a young woman's game. And when she gets older, them same older men that you claim to not be of value, they can get younger women and they can get more cooperative women and they don't have to date older women. So the older women, they think they can deal with these young boys, but they find out them young boys just want to clap them cheeks. And that
Mm-hmm.
and the older man realize you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And I ain't calling nobody no dogs. Just a play on words. But a lot
No,
of
for sure.
if you ain't found out how to cooperate when you was 20, if you ain't found out how to cooperate by the time you was 30, most men it's gonna be hard for men to take the chance at 40. But what we find out is that if they can still find a way to cooperate, they can still get certain men, but they still refuse to change their behaviors. That's how most of them lost their husbands. So
Wow.
if you still can't change at a certain age, man, it's gonna be hard for the women to get a man. And a lot of times, truth, it ain't just. I must be honest too. It ain't might not be they can't get a man. They still stuck in their delusion. They still want the same type of guy they got when they was 25, instead of settling with the man that's their age and what they can get. You know,
Okay. I put a post up earlier where a lot of women were upset at a friend of mine because he said that any woman with more than 2 kids is
oh,
devalued
I
mate.
saw that. That was hilarious.
Yeah. He just spoke his truth. He said that having a majority of kids devalues a woman drastically in the dating pool. And I just was and so then you'll get women that will rebuttal that. They'll be in the comments like, well, my auntie Shirley had 10 kids and found her a husband, and that's how I know it could be done. My take on it was your auntie was the exception. She was not the standard.
That's true.
Um, do you feel like a woman having a lot of children devalues her as far as it goes to dating?
I don't feel like it. It's what nature demonstrates to us that when she has children and when her stomach starts balling up like a piece of paper after all those kids, because a lot of women don't know how to take care of their stomach, so it look like a balled up piece of paper. Shout out to the women who know how to take care of their stomach, or and shout out to the women who are mothers that we keep in our. So your man that you had the kids with, he'll love that balled up piece of paper. But when you go outside the relationship and the man didn't cause that balled up piece of paper, it's very hard for them to accept that. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So
crazy.
if you had 10 kids, I know that stomach is looking a certain type of way, and you might have to go get a tummy tuck or a mommy makeover. But I don't need you to do that if you're my woman. But when you ain't my woman and I have to take on what other men messed up, it's going to be very difficult. I think for guys like us, I think there's still a lot of men though that may give him the benefit of the doubt and try, but they'll be settling. They won't ever give this man full cooperation, and they may never love or respect him because it's not the guy that they want. And that's the problem with the market. They won't demonstrate the behaviors or get out the game fast enough to get the man that they want. And when they pass up their husbands, they have to settle with the market that they created and all the men they hurt when they was younger. Because they passed up a lot of dudes and did a lot of broken hearts. So when they get older and that man got his money up, now you got to submit to somebody you really don't like and respect. But now he got the
Mm.
power because he's older.
Is it safe to say though that women? Wow, damn. Why are you hold up? Why are you saying really truth to
I'm the
me?
captain now.
Yeah, I didn't say any of
I'm
this.
the
Y'all talking.
captain now.
Yeah, y'all talking about really truth. I'm just asking a question. If there's any,
Woo!
listen, let me say this. If there are any women that would like to come up and defend having multiple children and still being as valuable as you were before you had children, you are more than welcome to join the chat. Click the link to join. Hold up, the
They in there
chat.
screaming, "Give us free!"
Yeah, like I listen. I want y'all to come up. This is an open platform. I want you guys to come up, and we're like, come up. And so so this is my issue with the whole marriage topic, and
Always this.
um it really triggered me because this is what you have to understand about a man. As long as a man can provide and as long as a man can protect, I don't care if he's 97 years old with a penis that don't work. He's still a catch. He can still provide a roof. He can still provide shelter. He can still protect you to the best of his abilities. To be a man is really simplistic. He doesn't have to look good. He doesn't have to be in shape or any of that. If he can provide and protect, because that is what these women scream out day in and day out. I want a provider. I want a protector. That's all that we have to do. We don't have to look good. We don't even have to have an extensive wardrobe or any of that. We have to do the bare minimum, as the women say. We have to provide and protect. So that is why we can get out of long relationships and get married for the rest of our lives, because I think that we forget that men are the people who create wives. Men create wives. A woman can't marry you. You can't marry you. A husband has to make you a wife. And women want to get married. Women want to get married. A lot of men really ain't really pushing the issue for marriage. Women want to get married. So if I was to leave my relationship right now, today, I could be married in 2 months. Easy, effortlessly. Because why? Because I hold the keys to marriage. Do you want to marry me? And if I'm a protector and a provider, I'll probably hear, of course I do, Truth.
But Truth, I think that's outdated. You don't gotta get married. There's
Really?
men who there's a lot of men who want to get, oh yeah, you have abundance of access to women, so you really don't got to get married. You just decided to settle down. A lot of men want to get married because they can't even touch a sniff on a woman. So it's the difference. And they got an abundance of men who are ready to do whatever they can for these ladies, but they don't want those men. They want the men that don't really need them. They have abundance of access to women and they can pick from the litter. But instead of being with the men who will kiss the bottom of their feet, they still want the man who they can't get to abide by them. They still want to be in control of the ship. So it's a lot of women have way more access and men to entertain them than we do, and they still mess up the date market because they refuse to settle or they refuse to cooperate at a young age with the man they could have got in the very beginning. And then now they done messed themselves up as they got older. Everybody knows who she is.
But why is that? Why is it that a woman's value could actively decline, but her standards go up? Like what is that?
There's this word that's confusion, rhymes with confusion, the delusion.
Delusion?
I think it's
Okay.
delusion.
Okay.
A contusion of the brain. So it's fantasy where I told you that the women create things as they go, and at so we part of their story, the never ending story, and they fit us in their story, but they can never really fit nobody in that story because it only exists in their mind, like we said before. They be talking about, hey, Truth, if you won't do it, this igga will, but where this igga at? Because we never see this igga. You know what I'm saying? Like you keep saying this, some nigga that do it, but we never. Where he at?
Listen,
Yo, Truth, where he at? Yo, Truth, where he at?
I'm gonna be honest, man.
We still looking for that.
Usually, when a woman tells you who she can get to do what, a woman ain't gonna talk about it. She gonna be about it. If you had a replacement for me, I'd be replaced. If you had a man ready to step in and fill my shoes, those shoes would be filled. Filled. With that being said, right, we just gotta be realistic. And we talked about options. You know what? Before I go any further, let's get some ladies up here. I want y'all to click the link to join the chat. Hold up. Click this link to join the chat. I think you scaring the women away. They scared of you.
I know. I should have. The boogeyman should have came later. You know.
Yeah, you should have waited. You should have waited till they built up some courage.
I know. I should have. I should have. You want me? I might drop down. You might take
me
down.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Ladies, click this link to join the chat, man. Join the conversation. I want to talk to y'all tonight. I'm overly excited to speak to y'all tonight. Click that link right there to join the chat. Yep, that's the link right there. It's blue. I just posted it in the chat. If you would like to come up and talk, come up and talk. Don't run away from this conversation tonight. Yeah, if you're on Instagram, come over to the YouTube channel. It's Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Come on over. Nothing But the Truth Podcast.
Maybe I should start panicking. You know what?
Like
women can do anything they want to do, actually. Men need to stop judging them, and men need to stop putting these sisters in their place. You know what I'm saying? Like, men need to grow up and mature. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired of these brothers complaining. I'm tired of these brothers crying. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of these men crying about these single mothers that they created. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of it, fam. Like, I'm saying, like, sisters, I understand y'all pain, man. Like, these dudes, man, a lot of these dudes ain't no good. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's hard for y'all to find good men because they really ain't a lot of good men out there, sisters. I really get it, you know?
I disagree, but hold up. We got Oh, we got a lady with
Baby
courage up here.
shark, do do
Or
do do,
hold on, what?
baby shark, do do do
Oh,
do,
okay, we
baby
got
shark.
Black
Get it
Lynn.
off. Get them off. Get them off. Hurry up. Hurry up. They might corn bomb. They might right
Oh,
on the screen.
oh man, that's how they give it up.
Yeah. See the confusion.
I
Nah,
didn't
maybe
even.
somebody. You know what? Honestly, though, somebody probably hurt her. That's why she was doing baby shark. Do. Like, hey, I hope that lady gets healing, man. And man, I hope the dude that hurt her curse for life, man.
So what do they just pop up on the chat and try to mess the chat
What you
up?
got to do when you see him, what I would do if I was you, when you see him, ask him to give you a peace sign, typically, especially when they look like that. I don't know what happened, how you run them up, what they
It,
hit you with.
they were just in the back of the
That's all,
drink, and I just seen.
this is all I saw right here.
Yeah, that's what they had. So I just wasn't sure.
You can't let that come through.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Let me
look,
put.
you can't let that come through right here. You can't
Nah,
let
yeah,
that come
that's
through.
yeah.
You know
You're
what I'm
right,
saying?
and you know what? I, you know what? That's my fault. I think that they
Especially with baby shark.
click the link, ladies, to come on up. How you doing? No love letter, none. How you
I mean,
feeling?
it's pretty good.
Huh?
Huh? What you say?
She said somebody chased her.
Somebody chased her.
No, I'm joking. She looked back like somebody was chasing her. I'm joking.
How,
She like,
how, how can we help you, ma'am? Can you hear me? All right. I don't know.
oh, there. Can you hear
I
us? Oh, we can see you. We just can't hear you. Can you
Huh.
can you
Well,
you driving a truck?
first of all, I would like to address all the bullshit that's been going on because I'm out here on this road with these truck drivers. I don't know if y'all can see them, but
You driving your truck? You
it's
drive truck?
yeah.
Okay, get that money. You can do exactly what we do. I keep
Okay,
trying to
so
tell men that you
anyway,
can do. I keep trying to tell these brothers that sisters can do exactly what men can do. I don't know who they think they are. I'm with
That's
you
that's
tonight.
that's that's besides the fucking point. The point
Oh,
the point I'm trying to make is very complicated to be out here on this road and these men are pissed. As a female truck driver, when I tell you these men are mad, they're mad. They're mad for various of reasons. And one reason is because this story is involving one particular person. And I don't know, I mean a lot of them notice it, but they get a little irate. You know what I'm saying? To where it's tiring. You know what I'm saying? It's tiring the men, it's tiring the women. And I don't think any of these men could continue going through the shit that they've been going through. I know a lot of women say that these men don't get tired, but they get tired. Like
man,
these men are fucking tired. Like they are tired. I've never seen a man get tired like this in my whole entire life. And I'm 37 years old. But when I tell you they get tired, you can tell that they get tired. And I don't know how much, like I said, I don't know how much longer they can keep going forward with this because I know none of this shit transpired when I first started driving trucks until the pandemic. After the pandemic hit, something took a drastic fucking change in the trucking industry. And a lot of people don't know that because none of this shit was going on. In 2016, I got my CDL and I started driving on the road. Once the pandemic hit, once shit started changing, you could tell how irate the men had got. I don't know if it was a high or low situation or however that shit played out, but they weren't. They were a lot less motivational. These men are not motivated to drive these trucks anymore. And what I'm afraid of is if this man that is supposed to be the man, which I'm very pissed off about that because I'm still like, how is it that he's not a man? If he's not allowed to be the man that he's supposed to be to continue the next generation of trucking, then how the fuck are we supposed to make it? Because he's not even trying. The man's not even trying. He's not trying to do shit. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
listen.
He's not
I
trying
have
to.
to interject for a second, sweetheart. What man, where man, who are we talking about here? I'm
When
like
I say
lost.
when I say when I say a man in general, I'm speaking of the male figure truck drivers, the men that's supposed to uphold this trucking industry. Not per se what you're talking about as in a whole. I'm talking about these men that's been on the road. You know what I'm saying?
Tru-
I come out here to try to show support because I mean I decided when I was in my early 30s to get a CDL to see what it was like driving trucks, but it has not been the way it was before the pandemic.
Hold up.
None
So
of this
hold
shit
up.
was going on.
So you started driving trucks to show support to truck drivers?
Exactly. Because it's not a lot of young people that's driving these trucks. The reason why I'm saying that is if it's not a lot of truck drivers that's young and enthusiastic to drive the trucks, the trucking industry would fail.
And
It would fail. Because the vast majority of these men that's out here.
Rashida, how are you?
Hi, I'm okay. How are you?
Life is stupendous. You don't drive trucks, do you, by any chance?
I do not.
Okay, cool. Just because that was crazy.
I was
Um,
like, what's happening here?
yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was a lot. Anyway, what's going on? How can we help you this evening?
Um, I thought that a lot of the topics that you broached were very interesting
Okay.
and they sparked a lot of thought. I personally do not have children myself, so
Okay.
I don't know to the fact of experience whether or not having a lot of children reduces your value. I
Hmm.
do think that it becomes more difficult. If you have a lot of children, a man has to provide for more people. He has to make more connections. The children have to like him or get along. It creates more, there are more factors that go into that. But I do think that I do know many women personally, honestly, who have multiple children and they do have another man. Like it's really odd. I'm from Brooklyn and I live in Harlem. I can name 5 people off the top of my head with like 4 children and they have a different person now and they have a new child, first child with that man.
Hmm. Wow.
So I
Well, how
think
do
that
you?
if you're a high value woman, you are. I'm sorry.
I have a question, right?
Yeah.
Out of those women that you know that have the 4 children, with the new man, and then 5 kids now because they got to add on, right?
Yes.
Let me ask you. Let me and just because I don't know much, right? But the guy that she has, do you think that he's a top tier man? Like, is he a guy that you feel like is like, wow, this guy is amazing?
So of the 4 people that I know in this situation, 2 of them have stellar men. 2 of them, I would say, they have really good men. And
And when
two
you
of them,
say
I'm like, throw those men away.
now,
Yeah.
when you say good, right? Because that's a strong word. That's a hell of a descriptive word. When you say good, are we talking that they're just good for them, or are these just stellar men? Like anybody would like these men are catches no matter who they're dealing with, or are
So
they
the
just
two
good?
men I'm mentioning, they're stellar in the sense that one man was very stable. My cousin, she was a teacher and she had 2 different children. And he's not the father of any of them. They bought a house together. They moved upstate. He's very stable. He's funny. He's charismatic. He's well put together. Gets along with my family. And I think any single woman would have easily married him.
Hmm, okay, I'm out of this fight.
But my cousin is very good looking. So again, I think that it has
That
to do
plays a
with
part. That plays a that.
my family, we're not, missing in that piece. But I think that it's more about the woman that comes to the table and how broken she is when you see her. If she's put together and she's whole and she's full and she brings you peace and she's sound, you're going to want that woman. If that woman came with a lot of baggage and she's not a great woman, she's just not. But I do think it's easier to be with a woman with no children, but I don't think it reduces your value to have children.
Okay.
Uh, just to be see if you consistent. If a man is broke, does it reduces his value?
If he's broke,
If he don't have no money and he can't take care of no woman, does that reduce his value or he's still a valuable man?
yes, that reduces his value because I bring something to the table. So I have a pretty good job and I'm able to provide for myself. If he can't provide for himself, he's not able to focus on another person.
Okay. So if a woman has somebody else's baby and not my baby, how does that not reduce her value?
Touche. Touche.
It's
Okay.
getting criminal out here, boy. Thank you so much, though. See, I'm not even gonna over pursue because you said touche. See how we do? Once if you concede, ain't no over pursuing.
I
Okay.
concede. I was
Well,
Respect
wrong.
to
thank
my sister.
Well, no, thank you so much for coming up, and we appreciate you. And if you ever want to come up, make sure you click the link at the bottom of the screen. Get y'all super chats, get y'all super stickers, man. Make sure y'all come over. We're gonna start with Black Mimi. What's up, Black Mimi?
Hi, how are you today?
Life is stupendous. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Why your phone sound so low?
You driving trucks too?
Yes, I drive trucks.
God dang! Hey, when you start attracting truck drivers, true?
Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hey, I don't think there's nothing wrong with a lady
I
driving a
no, I
truck.
ain't saying nothing wrong. That's a whole bunch of women truck drivers. I didn't realize so many women truck drivers.
Hold on, I can't hear
You
her.
driving trucks too?
When I came up on your show, Truth, you said I was giving fun girl and I need to get my shit together. So that's what I did, and I'm back.
I'm proud of you. Hold up. Let me say this. Hold up. Let's not get this misconstrued. I wouldn't care if you was riding trucks, men, whatever you need to do to get your affairs in order, get your affairs in order. Listen, this is a safe space. I'm not judging you. I support anybody that's doing everything but sitting on their ass. So with that being said, this is not an attack. I'm proud of you. Get your fucking money. You probably working harder than most of the men that you had sex with. So with that being said, get the fucking bag. Anyway, how can I help you this evening?
I think that it is a value in women who have multiple kids because as we can see, some celebrities have multiple kids. You know, good singing celebrities referencing Kiki White, and she keeps her husband. Her value.
Have you ever? Now, why would you do that? Now, why would I like you a lot? Don't. I'm trying to save you. Before you use her as a reference, please do somebody better. Please do somebody better. Please. I'm trying to save you, sweetheart.
Say Badu or Kimora.
Yeah. So I think there can be value. It just depends on like how much he's willing to invest. I mean, typically a man, I would like a man to like me more than I like him.
Can I ask a question?
Can you get closer to your mic?
Yeah, get closer to your microphone, please. But I have a question for you, right? And let's just be all the way transparent for a second. Do you think, right? And maybe I could be wrong. Do you think that Kiki Wyatt is paying that man to be around her? It's not like because it's not like she's getting. It's not like she got married to Chris Brown, a nigga that's elite. He's still singing. He lit. The money is plentiful. She's going to go get regular dudes. Is it safe to say that she's probably the bag in that relationship?
Yeah, you know what? I don't have a case here. I don't have a leg to stand on.
Get out of here then. Get your ass out of here. Anyway, next person.
Next person is me. How you doing, Truth?
I'm marvelous. How you
And
doing this evening?
I'm good. I don't know when I came in a conversation.
Ali.
Is it Ali?
That is Ali. Yes, it is.
Okay. I wanted to bring a more compassionate narrative to this conversation, right? Because I'm a woman. I'm 42. I have 4 children, and I've been married twice. I was engaged to my second son's father, but he passed. And I don't I don't follow and subscribe to the narrative that women lose value, right? Because I look at the woman as the multiplier on the land, the woman who women are, we bring tenfold, we bring legacy. Like, you can say that the men create wives, but through the wives, when you find a wife, she helps you create that legacy, right? So she helps you fulfill your lineage, right? We our mitochondria continues to stay intact and triple down the bloodline. And so I think it's important to bring a softer, more open narrative to this, because there are women like me and many of my sisters that are married, that have been married to men after having children, after being married, and we just continue to multiply love. We come with a fuller capacity to love, to understand, to submit, to support, to uplift, to encourage. And there's just so much more to women than, you know, what being youthful, right? Because that is one of the main things that you are speaking of, is women lose value as they get older and as they have
We
children.
said babies. We didn't say older. We said babies.
Well,
I said babies.
but babies grow, right?
Yeah.
Right. So this is just my approach, because I'm speaking from a really
No, for
true
sure.
experience.
So the women that you named, like the character traits that you named, those are phenomenal women. And so those women won't have an issue getting a man. Why? Because she comes into it wanting to be a woman. She wants to be submissive. She wants to be loving. She wants to be nurturing. You'll never hear a woman like that complain about washing dishes, washing backs, cooking food, right? So
All the time. Right.
let me cook, because I am a husband as well. And so with that being said, the woman that you just described, she's always going to keep a man, because for one reason, she doesn't want to be a man. She's not trying to compete with a man. She's not trying to challenge a man.
Right.
She loves
being
being
a
a
woman.
woman. So
And that's
that
the
woman,
value. That's the real
so,
value in womanhood.
so the woman that you just stated,
It's me.
she's
And
the
it's many of
exception.
my friends.
She's the exception. She's not the standard, right? Women like that you just spoke of. That's not the norm in society out here.
Right.
Even if, let me cook.
But
Even
listen,
if
listen. But listen,
even if
even though
20,
I think it is the norm. I just think it's not. We don't
Yeah.
converse about it often enough in our community. We always
so
see
I'm a
these broken
man.
families and broken homes. But I
Mhm.
come from
Mhm.
three men with four children from those three men, and we built a community. You know, it's all love. It's blended families. It's like I'm friends with my first husband. My new husband knows my first husband. He understands the building and the legacy that we're doing. And so while it may not be a normal conversation, that's why I jumped on and I
Mm.
wanted to add this to it, you know. And I
So
normally check with my husband before I do anything like this
so
because it's a bit wild.
So
But
I'm
I think that this is important to say.
so I got to bring you back way back down to earth. This is what been pushed on narratives to society to make women feel good about themselves. They're not moving intentional or moving like they're supposed to do. And I'm gonna ask you just because I know you're intentional and thinker. What's more valuable, a planet with one man and 50 women on it, or a planet with 50 men and one woman?
Where in reality does that exist?
I'm gonna ask you one more time. If we had two planets where there was one man and 50 women, and one planet with 50 men and one woman, which planet is more valuable?
Come on now.
I think what you're asking me a question you obviously want the answer to. You want a specific answer to, right? And you want me to tell you that the planet with the man and the 50 women is more
No,
valuable
no,
because
Mm-mm.
I didn't ask you. I didn't. I'm not asking you to say nothing. You're
I mean,
saying
but
that.
what I'm saying is you asked me
I'm
this
asking you
question
which
with
one. So
intent
all
for
I'm
an
asking you.
answer
So can
like
you
a
give me that? So if you give me the answer, then you can give me context. What planet? What world is more valuable? A planet with 50 women and one man, or a planet with 50 men and one woman?
Ali, the planet with one man and 50 women.
So what's more powerful? A man leading 50 women or a woman leading 50 men?
It depends.
I mean, I'm not here to debate with you. I'm here just to offer my true experience, right?
Mhm.
And just add a different layer, a different level of grace to this conversation. Not to debate with you. I understand where you're coming from, and I understand both of the points you're making. Men are valuable leaders, right?
So let me do one more then, since you want to, we're gonna be disingenuous, and people get bothered by truth. Can
Disingenuous.
if there was 100 women walking around with no men touching them, where's their value?
Their value would be in whatever they create.
What are they gonna create?
Whatever it is for them to create, whatever their hands and their hearts create in that scenario.
You know,
I don't want to talk in these idealisms and what ifs and in a world
that's not
where
ideal.
I'm
Well,
just
go ahead.
saying, but they're not. It's not based on reality. The reality is, right now, we have in our community specifically, we have a lot of men and women in broken families, and the conversation is that women are uh, devalued every time they have children and go to another relationship, and that's the conversation we're having, right?
Reverse
No,
And
the question to
no.
him.
You started with saying that women
Reverse. I'm
women
sorry.
women double what we
I didn't say
had.
double. I say we multiply.
We
We
multiply.
multiply it. We
Ma'am, is
multiply
that not the same?
it.
Okay.
If I'm just telling you what I said, if you're going to say what I said, this is what I
Okay,
said.
that's
I said
fine. It's semantics. That's fine. That's
right.
fine.
We
But
multiply,
you're
right?
talking about, and that's why Truth said it's a minority of women who do that. Most women don't do that. But even if you do that, that's a wonderful thing. But the man has to produce something for you to double. But you want to already reward yourself for being special. But you're going to reward what he gives you.
All I'm telling you is that there is value in both men and
I
women,
agree. I
right?
agree.
And
I agree.
one of the key components and values in women are beautiful children that come from the man, that come from a loving relationship, hopefully. And these are my children. Can you guys give me a minute? We're on our way to the store to get some art supplies. But I just wanted to add that level of just grace and compassion to the conversation, Ali. Truth, I love the conversation. I'm always tapped in. I'm subscribed. But you know, there's there is a woman out here that is delusional about their value, right? And
Mhm.
that doesn't mean that she feels worthless. That doesn't mean that she is not um valuable, right? But there is a perspective of that men have, that women lose their value with the children, with every child that they have, especially if they're unwed. And so that's why it's important for women to, when you're creating children and creating a family, to choose a leader, choose a man that you can absolutely get with. Submission is you up under his mission. And if he doesn't have a mission, what are you submitting to? And so I think a lot of the conversation that I hear from women is, this man wasn't a leader and he wasn't this and he wasn't that. And that's because her discernment didn't allow her to choose a man that would be worthy of her multiplying his life. So I mean, that's all I'm here to say. I'm gonna let someone else talk.
So do women know how to choose men?
Mm.
I think that our parents haven't always told us the
Great
right
question.
way to go about things. I know for myself, I wish my parents would have been more involved in my first and second marriage, and even my third. And so that we have to get back to that as parents, to remind our children that we're here as a resource for them while they're vetting out their partners and spouses, when they meet someone, to bring them into the family so the community can uphold certain standards for both parties, not just for the man, but also for the woman.
So what you're trying to do is make the woman just look so good right now,
I'm
respectfully.
just telling you my story. This is me.
Right.
I feel good
Can I
about
get
my
a word? Can I
scenario.
get a word in, ma'am? You've been talking. You said you're gonna let other people talk. You're not even letting me respond to you.
I'm just saying,
Can I get?
because
Can I get the word in?
you can get a word in,
Okay.
Ali. I'm just
So
saying, y'all be
you're
tearing
doing it
these
again.
women up out
No,
here.
we don't. We tear
Yes,
up bad women.
that's
He
a
just
great
told
one.
you
Let me
there's a
cook for
minority
a
of good
second.
women. I was raised by a phenomenal woman. There was
There we
phenomenal
go.
women in my society. So no, it's not that. Women don't like hearing something that's sweet to their ears. One of my brothers, Illa, says women wear their hearts on their ears. You make everything about how you feel. But if we live in today's society and you look at who's raising the children, it's single mothers. They chose to go away from fathers. They let a man come inside of them and nut inside them. But when it was time to raise a kid, they say, nah, you're going to do what I want you to do instead of doing what the man told them to do. So if a man does nut in you and have a child out of wedlock with you, you need to cooperate with that man and give him the family that he's supposed to have. If you don't listen to that man, you just created a broken family. He has every right to leave you alone and that child alone and go get with another woman and raise them children too. And you know how we know that? There's phenomenal men that y'all call stepdaddies, that y'all say are phenomenal kids, daddies to your children, but they don't raise their own kids because them women create a broken home when you make that man not have to get the leverage and the direction of his children. So until women are admitting that single parent homes is the issue because you go away from the man, and there's data that shows that a 2-parent household is equivalent to a single father, then we're going to keep having these problems. Because this is what I asked the sisters on the panel. If you meet a dysfunctional child, if you meet an unstable child, if you meet an over emotional child, if you meet an emasculated child, if you meet a child that does not know how to function in society whatsoever, are they typically raised by their mother or are they raised by their father?
Mother.
Mary, don't mute.
Oh, me?
Yes.
I would say they were either raised by either or,
That
but
depends.
broken home.
That's okay.
Definitely,
Pure beauty.
definitely. I mean,
Pure beauty. I worked in mental health for 15 years, ma'am. The majority of people that come in there are single mothers. And you know what happens when men walk into the facility? Kids naturally look at men like they're gods. Naturally,
Well, can I just? Well, Ali,
So
can I just ask?
you want
Can
me
I
to
just ask
answer?
with the women on the call right now? Which are
I
you
work in
single?
I work in I work in mental health right now,
Oh, am I
and
single?
No, I'm saying out of the 3 women on the call right now,
No, but you
myself
see
and
that
these
you ain't
2
let
other
her
women.
let Pure Beauty. Popular said a woman probably raised those kids. If you see a dysfunctional child, Pure Beauty, what is it typically that a man raised them or a woman raised them?
it's a woman and a
Thank you
man.
so much for being honest. No. Let's put it this way.
You
Men,
asked me
okay, so
me a
let's double
question, and
down.
I'm
Let's
about to
double
tell.
down. Let's double down on this.
So
Tell
in
me what
today's,
hold
you
on,
asking me. Let me talk. You asking
you
me, and
want to
I'm
lead it?
talking.
This is what I mean. You see what I'm saying?
You
They want to take
asking.
control of the conversation. Go ahead, Pure
Oh
Beauty.
my
Talk.
God. Let me
Go ahead.
talk. You asking me, and I'm telling you. So okay, let me start. So I work in mental health field right now. I'm a therapist. Um, right now in today's society, what we're running into is relationships issues, and majority of what I'm seeing now is more men are committing suicide. Yeah, yeah, more men are.
Way to deflect, sister. What would these
Ooh,
got to do about what we talking about?
uh, sister, what we okay? You asking me? I'm talking. Let me talk. So more men are coming in and then they committing suicide this month and last month for November and for the beginning of December. They've been coming in with suicide ideations, want to commit suicide for relationships because of divorce and because of their girlfriends. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty deep.
You're making my
Because
point, right?
I'm making your point.
Yeah.
I'm getting
You,
to it.
you want to add to the mamas too? You want to add not just the women they
Hold
dealing
up. Let me finish.
Okay.
And the moms, when it comes to raising the kids, the moms is being single parents, and the kids are dysfunctional. They are dysfunctional. They are dysfunctional. So yes, he's right. He's right. You are right. You are right. You are correct. But the fathers are coming in.
So how are you, unpopular opinion? How are you feeling this evening?
Good. I was just waiting my turn.
Oh no, and listen, and you know what? That's a feminine quality,
That
and
was
it was
so
just so
feminine.
feminine, and that's why I wanted to expedite the process. You waited like such a lady. Thank you so much for joining the live. Um, you have the floor.
So I'm very much a realist. I can be a girl's girl, but I'm very, very much a realist because I personally, I have 5 kids.
Okay?
I have a gang of kids, 3 different dads. Wholeheartedly know that my value in society is lowered leaps and bounds
Absolutely.
because of the baggage and stuff. That does not, and being realistic and saying that doesn't mean I have low self-worth or anything like
For
that.
sure.
And I
For
think
sure.
that's what people are trying to equate, that you're saying, oh, you're low value, you must have low self-worth. They're two
You
different
so
things.
let me expound on it for you a little bit,
Mhm.
just so you could have um undeniable clarity, right? When I say devalue you, I am talking about as far as dating, right? And
Oh
so
yeah,
we
wholeheartedly, yeah.
we live in a world where everybody believes that everything is one size fits all, and that is the
Mhm.
most furthest thing from reality that you could ever believe, right? So there's no way that, let's say, a high value man, and I hate that term, but let's just say you meet a high value man, and you say, hey, and he looks at you because you're a pretty lady. He doesn't see 5 kids off the initial look. He just sees a young. He like, okay, shit. And then you say, you know what? I'm feeling you. You're feeling me. I got 5 kids. Now you just went from
Brakes
damn near
pump.
having because
and and that's
go
just
ahead.
realistic. Like that's and it's natural. Like that people are thinking like that's a negative thing. That's what it is. Like I chose to have these kids. I'm the exception. I got lucky. My husband stuck with me. We're good. He
But
loves my
that
kids.
that
We're
is the
good.
realest shit that you said. You got lucky, and that is what these women are shying away from, and they get so mad. Do you know how hard it is to meet a man and you have 5 children that do not belong to him, and say,
Mhm.
hey, look, because you have to understand as a man, when I meet you, if I fall in love with you, I am probably going to fall in love with everything that you come with. So
Mhm.
me coming into it, I'm going to say, damn, you know what? I got to look out for her. I'm going to have to make sure 5 more mouths are provided for, and I'm going to have to try to love them equally. Why balance a relationship with you? It's a fucking lot. And you have one, you got you one. My fault. Go ahead.
And the other thing is it's such a hypocritical thing to say when you're saying, "Oh, I'm not low value because I have less or I have so many more kids." And then turn around and those same people are typically the ones that say a man with 5 kids, "Oh, no, can't do it. Nope." Wait, why? I'm not low value, but he is? How? Like that it doesn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, I don't know if you ever watched the balloon shows. They'll have
Yeah.
women approaching men who are supposed to be good men, honorable men, righteous men, qualified, established men who ain't don't have any kids. And these women with another man's kids will tell this man, I ain't looking for to have no many kids. So you had the kids of a man you didn't want, but now this man is supposed to be with you. You can't give him any more kids. That's part of a woman's duty, is to give this man as much as kids as he wants. And you're gonna tell him, oh, I ain't having no more kids. I already had the kids I'm gonna have, but you could just be a daddy to them and support us, but you don't never get none of your biological kids.
That doesn't
It's
make any
insanity
sense.
watching the amount of men who still want kids who ain't got kids with women who got kids and telling them we ain't having no more kids. Like they're the leader of the relationships. It's crazy to me.
But
And you know
then
what? And let me just interject. And it's so crazy, right? Because even for me, being married, and my kids are older. When I got married to my wife, I was like, I think I might want. I feel like that's like our bond is amazing, but then to create a life with each other, it's like, wow, like not only did we get married, not only do we have a house, but like that's the American dream, so to speak. We got the wife, we got married, now we have a baby. Now that's the ultimate bond. And so a lot of these women, like he said, once we get to about 35, 40, their tubes tied, burnt out. Come on. So it's one of those where you're actually robbing a decent man of completeness, because I could get with you, and of course I'll like your kids and I can grow to love your kids as if they're mine, but they're not. You think that I don't want to have a baby with the woman of my dreams? You gave everybody else a baby. You get to me, now your guts has been burnt out and clipped off, and you can't even give me one. But anyway, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah, luckily I have 4 before my husband, so we do have one together. I gave him
You
one.
put one in you.
Um,
Okay. See, but you were
and
still
I
Oh,
was
good.
he
okay
wanna
giving him
you
another
gotta
one.
do you gotta do
But
that. It's good that cements the relationship. You
I
gotta
agree.
but
give him that kid.
the other silly thing is like just like in those balloon shows, people are wanting things that they are not. You want things brought to the table that you couldn't even attempt to bring to the table. Like
Mm.
the standards that you have are so high, but then what you're bringing is not even on the same level, and then you're trying to hold on to these people because it could go both ways and expect them to live up to certain standards that you aren't bringing. And I think a lot of people stay in relationships. Oh, I want peace. I want peace. He's not doing that. You know, you're holding on to somebody that's just not compatible with you.
Mm.
Like you guys aren't going to work and you're asking from blood from a rock. Like,
Damn. Blood from a rock. I got a question for you because you are a wife, right?
yeah,
Have you ever complained about having to have sex with your husband?
it's not the actual act. There has been times where the moment is wrong,
Mm,
but I
okay.
try to accommodate different times because sometimes it's like, "Ooh, let's do it now." I'm like, all these kids are up. Like
Right.
we
But
can't
but
we can't do
but
it right now, but hey,
but
we're
you do
gonna.
try to accommodate though. Like you do put in the effort to not always be no, right? Like you
Yeah,
try
no,
to
no.
give it to him more yeses than nos, correct?
Yeah, like
Do you do you ever complain about cooking and cleaning and nurturing the kids?
no. The well, I hate again, I got lucky. I hate cooking. But
Really?
I married a man who loves cooking. Like
Mm,
it would have been a silly thing for me to try to marry a man
mm.
that wants to eat all the time and expects cooking and then expect him to be happy.
Wow. Where'd you
Like
find this guy at? Like what? Like where'd you find this
I
hell of
got
a?
lucky. M- Got lucky.
Was he
But
in a
it
church? Like what? Like where'd you find him? Like
to be honest, at a motorcycle event because we both ride motorcycles.
oh, okay. Did he have any children or?
Yes, so he has his own. Um and again, like I can't expect a man with no kids when I come bring it forward. Like it just
No,
doesn't make
for
sense.
sure, for sure, for sure.
And
No, you okay?
in the beginning, hey, I hate cooking. I could cook good. Just prefer not to do it. I'll bake
Let
all
me
day.
let me ask you a question, and then I'm done with this because this is
Yeah.
amazing. When you first met him,
Mhm.
right? Would you? Is it safe to say that he was a guy that you would typically go for?
Yeah, it's just neither of us at the time were looking for anything. Like it just
Mhm.
our
Okay,
friends pushed us together and
right. But
it
like,
ended
was
up
he
working out.
right? But was he your type though? Like initially, like if you went into a motorcycle club and be like, I got to have him out of all the men in the motorcycle club, would he have been the pick?
Surprisingly, yes, and that's the reason my friends pushed me because I wasn't looking for anything. I was like, he's literally the only fine guy in here.
Okay, cool. I love it. I'm proud of you. I'm happy that it was able to. Go ahead, Ali. I'm sorry.
Were your friends in relationships? All the friends was in relationships?
No. Well,
So
they
why
were
would
in
you?
dysfunctional stuff, and I literally I tried to ignore him. I don't go out. That was like one of my rare moments out because it was her birthday.
So why would your
And
friends push you though towards the finest guy if they
well,
don't
they
have a
were
man?
trying to get me to date was the thing. Like they wanted me to come out
They
more.
was trying to get you some dingaling.
Yeah, they were trying to get me to come out more because I'm not, I'm very much a homebody. And they were like, oh, if we get you somebody that is also out and about, you'll be out and about more. And
Hmm.
I was, and it ended up working out, but literally the friends that I'm with, I'm no longer friends with because the things that they went for and did just, they didn't fit for what I'm doing long term. That's like I said, I got lucky. Like realistically, had it been any other day time, it would not have worked out. I just literally got lucky.
Okay. Any more questions, Ali?
Nah,
Well, thank you so much for coming up. We truly appreciate you. Thank you.
yes, thank you.
Absolutely. And for everybody that just got the super chats, man, I appreciate you guys so much. And like I said, she's a success story for sure, and it's out there. You may can find your guy with 5 children that will wife you and love you, and you won't have to cook. Like you'll find that guy, and he'll come in and cooking and everything. But everybody that just got the gifts, thank you guys so much. What do you mean you feel like she's lying? What do you mean? Hold on now. What do you mean by that? Why would you? First of all, click this link and come on up here and talk to me because I want to
They ain't
know.
about that life. They ain't about that
Yeah,
life.
click the link to join the live. I just put the link into the chat. I want you to come up here and tell me what do you mean that you feel like she's lying.
Who said she
Now,
was lying?
this young lady right here, Mendoza, said,
Dang,
"I'm
y'all
feeling."
wanted us to believe. Y'all wanted us to believe the other women on the panel, but we shouldn't trust her. What? I wonder why we shouldn't trust her.
Click that link right there. I want y'all ladies to
Hey,
come
click the
on
link.
up.
I want to hear. Yeah, yeah, we want to hear this.
Yeah, I gotta hear this because let me put it in. Click the link to join the chat. So she can't have a happily ever after with a perfect guy that cooks. Why? Why not? Let me bring that up here.
Yo, that right there, yo. You know how many women are hitting people with that I don't cook stuff? It's like I don't provide, I don't protect. You know what I'm saying? Like it's diabolical. Like it's diabolical. Like it's so many relationships the woman don't cook or can't cook. It's crazy to me. And that's the standard that men are
Mm.
meeting. That's wild to me.
So this may be an unpopular opinion, but to me, if you cannot cook, you are not a woman to me. And you are not a woman that I would ever consider tell any man to take seriously. And the reason why is for multiple reasons. For one, there's something there's like a certain level of joy that a woman, not a girl, not a thought, not a bish or any of that, not a bish or any of that, but there is a certain level of fulfillment when your woman is in the kitchen and she's putting a foot in that meal and she's preparing it and it comes out perfect in the way that she places everything a certain way and the way that she just the look in her face as she floats in there and brings you your food, right? Like it's just something about that that just says that is a grown ass woman for me. So a woman that cannot cook in my eyes, she is less than a woman by a landslide. Just like I'm pretty sure if I'm a man and you hear a bump in the night and I can't get up and protect the household, I'm pretty sure you would think I was less than a man.
I thought they said they were healers and nurturers.
That's what I thought.
That's what I thought too. It's crazy. I'm co-signing you all day. They could take that to the bank. Somebody could say
Yeah.
truth and Ali said that you're not a woman if you ain't cooking. That you could
Yeah,
I
you're not
co-sign
cooking.
that
Ugh,
all day.
that's
You don't cook
trifling.
for your man. You don't cook for your family. You rather them eat outside and eat processed foods and have to eat from somebody else's hands, not your hands. It's crazy. The society we in today, you're not putting food on the table for your family.
Wow. Wow. Disgusting. Disgusting. What type of women are these? But this is this batch of masculine women that want to be men.
Sound like alpha
Mary,
female. Oh, I mean, bad women.
what's up, Marianne? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I mean, I feel like the sister was mad genuine. I don't know what woman would come up here and say she had 5 children by 3 men and somebody thinks she lying.
So
Like
let me ask you this. How long have you owned a cape?
all my life.
I see that. I see that because you have superhero tendencies. You want to
I,
save every
Hey,
woman.
no, I just think that there's an empowering conversation to be had. I don't think that it's always a downhill conversation. And I watch you a lot. Every time I see the live, I jump on to
Thank
watch
you.
and to tune in because I think our people have this pattern of staying in the same topic without elevating into a higher realm of it, right? We
How
talk
long have
about,
you been following me, Miss Marianne?
I don't know, probably like 6 weeks.
I got a question for you. And
I don't
and
know.
and no, since okay,
ah,
and so since
Jesus.
you've been following me, what is your assessment of my content?
Well, I think one of the first lives I saw, I asked you, "Have you always been truthful?" And you said, "No, you haven't." And that
Mhm.
made me say, "Well, at least he's vulnerable enough to speak from the heart, right?" And that
Okay.
that that got me locked in. So, what was your question again?
No, so I was asking you, what would be your assessment? Like, if you had to say, if somebody asked you, you follow True First, what is my page about?
I think your page is about um, dialogue amongst our community, a
Okay.
truthful, transparent dialogue. While the truth hurts and it's hard to hear, it's hard to say. I think that you speak for a lot of men that want to lead with the truth. It's not always an easy thing to do, So it takes courage to speak and lead with the truth.
Hmm.
And I think that that's commendable. I think that's admirable,
But
admirable.
do you think that I'm pretty like evenly killed? Like do like balance? Like do you think I hold men accountable and women accountable equally?
I think you do, but you've experienced a lot, right? You have older children, you're married, and so you bring a level of balance to the conversation. Period. Just from having lived that experience. Um,
But do you think that I'm like okay, like you get some men with platforms that literally make a living off of tearing women apart. You also have some men that make a living off of literally lying to women and giving them these false all of this falsehood, right? And then you have people which I would like to believe like me that is kind of like in the middle, like I'm going to tell you some really real shit and you might not like it. You might even have to unfollow me for a while to regroup because the things that I say, they're not meant to be like, they're not meant to. I don't ever put out content in the world for validation. And so even down to your story, which is a unique one, which is a dope one, let me just say this and then I'll let you go. I don't Your worth is worthless to people who do not see it, right? I don't care. You could be the greatest person to ever live. There will be somebody that'll say, I don't think she's that great. This is just the world that we live in. Your situation is a unique one because not only have you been married, is this your third or second marriage? Which one?
this is my second.
So not only did somebody marry you once, somebody married you twice, and you have children. All I'm trying to get you to understand is that your story is unique. Your story is not regular, especially if you have an amazing man. We're not talking about a Taco Bell Tony. We're not talking about a dude that moved in on your Section 8
Right.
and
No, we
and
talking
he's
about
drinking.
big steppers. We talking about
Right.
real righteous
And
noblemen that
and
lead.
so let me cook. And so with that being said, right, you were able to nab a big step
Nah.
with no real shit with children, all of that. So for me, I would say that that speaks volumes about the type of woman you are. And this is where we would have to come back to reality. Do you really believe that there are a lot of women in this world like you?
No,
Oh,
I
that's
don't
all. I
believe.
rest my
I
case.
don't believe
I
that.
rest
But
my
I'm
case. I
fortunate.
rest my case. I rest my case. Anyway, how are you, T? How you feeling?
Hi, can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Um, to piggyback off of the question you just asked about the
I love your
women that
smile, by the way, too. I just wanted to tell
thank you.
you that.
Thank you. Um, all I can do is hope that the women that we do have that are very far and few, that believe no matter what goes on, it's our duty to nurture the child. I come from school. I work with public schools. So I work with children who have mommy, who have daddy, who have nobody, who have grandma, broken families. And all I hear is our children. The children don't understand why their family is broken. They only know that mommy cusses or mommy does this and mommy does that. And to piggyback off of what you both have asked on who's responsible for these broken families, not really who's responsible, but why hasn't it stopped? And I think it's the women.
Oh
We
shit.
all want to blame our men. We all want to say it's the man's fault. But when we had those men who didn't have a father in their home because daddy went to war, we gotta go all the way back there. Some daddies went to war and then they came back messed up in their brain. And the women had an option to either cover their man and pray for him and stick by his side and
Mm,
pour life into that man. I don't care if he an alcoholic. We got a choice. We can listen to our grandmas and our aunties and our neighbors and say that man ain't no good. And we can turn to our man. We once believed that he was good, right? Because, like a lot of people say, well, you laid down and made that baby with that man because maybe she saw something inside of him and she let her outside influences turn her against her own man. So the broken family is not because of the government, the outside entities, the drugs, or anything like that. It's because inside our home, our women are not strong enough. We are work off of emotions all the time. When he says be quiet the first time and we want to keep doing this, he warned us when he said be quiet. Maybe it was okay. He don't know how to say, okay, honey, I hear what you're saying and I don't know how to do XYZ that you know that I can do. All he know is be quiet because he's trying to process it. I've ran into a lot of black fathers who are doing it by themselves because she want to put me on child support because I'm not letting her meet my new girlfriend.
mm.
She want to put me on child support because she wants her nails done. And she lied to me and said the baby need milk. But Wick give the baby milk because she don't allow daddy in the household. But because she want her nails done because she gotta pop it on. You see what I'm saying? All I see is women being mad because their man is not doing what they think he should do. But since when did God call us to lead? When? So we over here pointing the finger and saying it's all because of the mother, and we got a lot of broken families because of single mom. No, it's a collective. We got nosy people in our community thinking they know the best. We got women who don't want to listen to our man because we think we know the best. And then we just mess it all up. And now we got young women that are 8, 9, and 10 and thinking twerking and money is gonna do everything.
Amelia, you on? Oh, she must have got a phone call. Oh, you on mute?
Now?
You good now?
Okay. Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I feel like I'm an alpha woman though. And we're gonna
Uh-oh.
see what? What? Can you guys hear me?
What
Yes,
is an
ma'am.
alpha woman?
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now because I'm listening to you guys and none of you guys are talking about alphas for real. But my son's name is Alpha, by the way. Shout out to him. Um, so I've dated in California, in the Bay
Hold
Area.
on. You gotta slow up. You gotta slow up. Amelia, you is not about to say you were alpha woman and not tell us how you were alpha woman. You know, you in front of Truth and Ali right now. You can't just throw that out there and not tell us how you were alpha woman. And just because you named your son Alpha, don't make you an alpha woman.
It does. Okay, but honestly,
Alpha women look at the screen when they talk to people too. We
I'm
make eye contact. Oh my God, yo, that's crazy.
yeah. But okay, I'm looking at my phone.
Yes.
I wasn't raised by one man. I was raised by four in four different aspects of my life. My real dad,
Okay.
my the guy who signed my birth certificate, the guy who took me in as a kid, and just my uncle. So those are four men that was in my life. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
agreed. Okay, and they all taught me different things. They all from different aspects of life. Me, I grew up hard. Blah blah blah. Who cares? But the men that I meet are all they need guidance.
I'm still waiting for Alpha Woman though.
They all need guidance. I'm very strong. I'm very humble. I'm very calm. I know how to lead. I get shit done. I'm not dominant. I'm not aggressive. I'm actually feminine, but I say I'm an alpha woman because I take care of everything. I put a man is down on the ground and I bring him all the way up to the top. I feel like that right there says a lot. My son's father, for instance, he was raised by his mom. He's more feminine than me. He's in his feminine energy. No disrespect to him. He's a
You
good
about to
guy.
be in trouble. Truth just got you. You about to be in
He's
trouble.
listen,
You
he's
about
a
to be
wonderful
in
guy.
trouble. You said this before.
He's very emotional. He cried like the whole beginning of our relationship. He cried a lot, like a lot.
The floor is yours,
Um,
brother.
would say what?
Truth spoke on this before about
I'm just
women be
listening. I'm just listening to this alpha female. Go on. I'm listening, Miss Alpha.
So listen, my son's father he's a very emotional man. We
So
have a
why did
beautiful
you let that
attachment
emotional man come inside of you?
uh-oh.
because I loved him. And he was safe. He was the opposite of me. I'm the more dominant person. I'm more
Yes.
aggressor. I'm outside getting money. I'm outside doing what I need to do to take care.
And so this is I want every woman, one second, baby. I want every woman to listen to this because I preach about this often. That feminine man is attracted to the masculinity in you. And masculine women attract feminine men just like feminine women attract masculine men. She literally said her baby dad is everything that she wasn't. And she's an alpha and she's outspoken and she can lead. But anyway, I'm gone. There you go,
Yeah.
honey.
You
I
on
never
mute.
dis I never
My sister. Alpha woman is the new word for a masculine woman or a woman who wants to be a man.
but I'm not just
Because
masculine. You're not hearing me.
listen what I'm saying. You said you a leader. You said you could take a man from the bottom to the top, but you didn't take that beta to the top. You said that beta is too emotional, and that beta, you
I
got
didn't
a
say he's too
child.
emotional. I say he's very emotional. I didn't say it's
That's
okay he's
worse.
emotional. I say
So
he's
too
very
very
emotional.
emotional is probably worse than too emotional, ain't it?
That's how he grew up. He was raised by
No,
a woman.
but didn't you say you were alpha woman that can take a man from the bottom to the top, right?
That's all I've been told my whole
So
life.
why you haven't took this man to the top if you're such an alpha woman?
I took him up there.
Where'd he go? And you took him to the
I was
top and dropped the balls. That's what
listen.
you did.
I got played like a man. He went and had a kid on me because I was working too much.
You was working. So ma'am, don't you think you should have been at home loving on your man?
Shouldn't he have been outside working?
You didn't want him to work. You wanted to work.
I absolutely wanted him to work.
No,
But
you don't. You said you were alpha
I
woman.
didn't beat him down. I didn't patronize
May
him or make him
may I?
feel
No,
less.
ma'am. You accepted a man who allowed you not to be a woman. That's what you did. You enabled him, so he took the ride. You know, I've seen videos where women bought their man socks, bought their man drawers, and she came home one day and found her mama in the bed with her man. Well, damn, if you do everything for your man, you might as well give him his mom, your mama too. So you can't be mad at the fact that you let your man fail when you made sure this man catered to you instead you catered to this man.
Was
Let
it
me
my
give you an
job to
example.
teach him how to
No,
be
no,
a
no.
man?
Let me give you an example of how you dropped the ball and you failed and you're not this alpha woman, okay? But I love you and respect you. I really do. You know, it is a woman. Look at that child she's holding right now. Is she supposed to hold that child and nurture that child to invest in her and to give to her? Or is she supposed to nurture that child to be the best person that child can be and grow up to invest in someone else? What is she supposed
What
to
I
do?
did.
So
The second one.
as a woman,
Option B.
when you take a man, when you get a man and you get him to invest in you and build you up, you actually emasculate that man. You take the leadership of the relationship instead of pushing that man up to that mountaintop you're talking about and make sure he's at the top and invest in him so he can be the best man he can be so that you can rest in your femininity. You created a monster and you
I
emasculate that man.
I tried my hardest. I did what I could do to motivate him to be a better person. He has a lot of influences around in his family. He has a huge family and they all are all over the place. So that's not my fault. I'm not gonna even dwell on that. I've met men that are more masculine. I had a African.
You on mute. You on mute,
What?
bro. Truth, you on mute, my brother.
Would you mind if I ask a question? I just want to interject for just 1 second.
To me,
Yes, please. If you don't mind. If you mind,
shoot,
I'll
shoot, go
um
ahead.
so you are an alpha woman. You did state that,
I've been
correct?
told that. Yeah.
But no, no,
Yeah.
but you
I
stated that.
agree.
No one right, but
Mhm.
no one else came on here and said it for you. It was your mouth it came out of. Just correct.
Correct. Absolutely
Right,
true.
right. And
Mhm.
is it a fair assessment that in order for you to be an alpha, because you also said that you were a great leader as well? Did you? I heard that, or did I not?
You did.
And you being this alpha, because that's what alphas do. They're leaders, they're protectors, they're providers. I mean, they're like the. Why did you lead your man into getting another woman pregnant while he was dealing with you?
I wasn't there on the emotional side.
Oh. Hmm.
Man,
I didn't.
Okay.
Can we wait? Can
Hold
I
on.
say this?
That's
Can I say this
accountability.
real quick?
Hey, when
I
women,
listen.
that's
I
accountability.
have no problem taking accountability for anything. When I first got on this podcast, I said, "I know y'all gonna run my ass, but I feel like I'm an alpha woman, etc., blah 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 blah. I don't care about. I mean, I care about other people's opinions. I'm not. I'm okay with criticism and the truth.
Hmm.
So it's
Okay.
good.
I have a
Okay.
question.
So one more thing. So when a man follows a woman, right, she leads him to the end of the relationship, correct?
That's what happened in my story.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm.
Every single time. So you alpha woman your way out that relationship.
Wow. You let him into somebody else's coochie. You're a hell
Mm.
of a leader, baby.
The lady
God.
had 5 kids too. She had five
Yeah.
other kids, but she was
And,
cooking like a motherfucker. She was doing her
yep.
thing in that
Oh,
kitchen. I
And
was
you got,
oh
like,
my God!
yep.
Listen to you.
Yep.
So
Yep.
you need
Yep.
to. So you need to give up this alpha woman mentality and this alpha woman title and get back in your femininity, right?
listen.
We've heard enough. It was a pleasure having her. It was a pleasure having her. How are you, T? You've been very patient like a feminine woman, and we appreciate that. And that's why I wanted to bring you up. You have the floor. Let me mute myself.
It hurts. That hurt. It hurts so bad because if we are going to build our men up, and if we want to think that we're going to bring them up from the bottom into the floor, we're not supposed to be broadcasting that on the internet. We're not supposed to be telling people that he's too emotional. How can our black men be too emotional when, as little black boys, we're told them to shut up with all that crying? Then, when it's not emotional, it's emotionally intelligent. He probably had a phenomenal mother that said, "Boy, I know you're not throwing that basketball because you're upset. I told you to take out the trash. Why you really mad?" And she made him sit down and say, "Well, mom, you know, it's not being too emotional." I don't want us to keep this narrative up of my man did this and I did this for my man, so I'm better. No, if we are a partner, if we work together, and if we have a general goal to see the next generation not do the same bull dumb stuff we did, somebody got to do more than accountability. And somebody got to say, this is where I went wrong and this is how I'm going to change it. Because I had to learn, like the young lady says, she thinks she's an alpha male because she had 4 men in her life. Okay, those 4 men probably told her you shouldn't need a man for nothing. I don't know what they told her, but I had 4 men in my life too, and I didn't listen to them at first. I thought that they want me to do what they want me to do, so I have to do da 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 da. But that's not the truth. The men that are in our life probably are in our life because there is something that we need to learn from them. But if we too busy running our mouth, nothing can be input. You have to close your mouth and open your ears to be able to be led or taught. But women nowadays think they don't need to be taught nothing because in the school system, it's only teachers. So because they gave us some type of leg up and they think they can teach our little boys that they can still lead grown men. And that's not the truth. We gonna have a hard reckoning one day and we all gonna be crying when somebody come in and snatch us away from our strong black men that we said was crying too much. I can't hear you, truth.
So let me just say this, right? And you definitely cooked. And you said something that a lot of black women refuse to do, and that's shut that mouth. One thing about that mouth won't shut up. Listen, they will hump you like you're grown. They will let you drive their cars. They will let you sleep on their couches. They'll let their homeboys sleep in your house. You will give a black man everything but silence. And that is, man, that was heavy. But back to the Amelia, the alpha female, the the woman who led her man into another woman's legs.
Because
This
somebody else let him be a man. And he rolled
exactly.
where he can be a man. He gonna
Exactly.
stay where somebody gonna listen to him. Don't listen to him and then say he emotional. He
And
listening to you because he needs you to hear him out.
and do you know what that woman with those 5 children had that that young lady didn't? Femininity. Femininity. She's a woman. She's soft. She knew how to chill. She knew how to let him take a load off. He in the house slapboxing with the alpha male. They in there fighting over the remote. They both leaving the tallest seat up because they pee standing up. No, nobody want to be with that. But anyway, Diva, how are you this evening? Thank you for coming to the chat.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Diva.
T, you said a mouthful. Um, this society these days is very, it's crazy because a lot of people is going off of what social media is teaching it. It's adults, and the grandparents taught us a lot. They raised us right, but now they have TikTok and all this other stuff that's teaching them all the wrong things in life. You cannot go off of what you learn off of TikTok. You have to
Mm.
listen to your grandparents, your uncles, aunts, the one that was here before us. You learn a lot. These kids don't know what whoopings are. These kids don't know how to write in cursive. These kids don't know anything. It all comes from the also. When the home is broken, kids don't learn anything.
Because
Kids,
they don't know who to mind.
they exactly. So the mother is teaching the kids everything that they know these days. And they're reflecting off of her because of what she learned and reflect off her grandparents and everyone else. So if the chain is not broken, nothing will be fixed. So I mean, what I mean by that is a lot of kids have to sit down and talk to both parents to understand what's going on, why they act the way they act. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You can't sit here and say, well, I'm going to teach you this just on the mother's side. I'm going to teach you this. And then once the child go over to the father's house and he teaching something else, it's a tug of war now.
Right. Okay.
So
I ain't mad at it.
you have to sit down. Both parents have to sit down and talk to the kids the right way and teach them the right way. That's the
Okay.
only way this world gonna survive.
Okay.
So the issue we having right now though is children are
Oh shit. Damn. Well, I ain't mean to do that. But whatever. It is what it is. And for anybody that would like to join the chat, right? All you have to do is click the link that's in the chat. Make sure you guys get your super chats. If you guys are on my let me actually log into my TikTok. If you guys are on my TikTok or if you guys are on my Instagram, come over to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Come on over. What's up, Alpha? What's up, Alpha? What's up? Come over to the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel is
You gotta mute it.
Nothing But the
You
Truth
back. She don't know
Podcast.
she
Come
back.
on
She don't know
over.
you back. You
On
gotta.
my TikTok.
She don't know.
What's up,
Look,
Alpha? What's up?
Hi. I think all y'all are misunderstanding what I was saying.
no.
I would love to hear it.
Mhm.
Good. I think all y'all are misunderstanding what
You
I was
gotta
saying.
mute your. You
Let me
gotta
turn the
mute your TV.
TV
Yeah, you
on
gotta mute
mute.
your.
Put the
Just
TV on
mute it.
mute.
Yeah.
I can't hear y'all.
You gotta mute your TV. Oh no. So
Fuck.
restart.
Let me turn the TV.
Restart. If you can't hear us, you might have to restart.
So we just gonna give her the boot for right now, and we'll let her come back with some of that masculine energy that she has. And I listen. This is the thing. She openly so one of the pluses to being a husband is I am an exceptional listener. My listening is you wouldn't even believe it. And also the perks of counseling thousands and thousands and thousands of women. If you listen long enough, if you if and so I think that a lot of men don't understand this, right? If you are quite matter of fact, you know what? Everybody come over to the YouTube channel. We want to engage with you guys. Like we're not here to listen. Just click the link to join the live. Come over to the YouTube channel, Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Click the link to join the live chat. Come on over from Instagram. They on Instagram letting us have it. I know they are. Come over to the YouTube channel. We want to engage with y'all. Like we want to engage with y'all. You know what I'm saying? All we do is match energy as far as when the pecking order is correct. When it's masculine and feminine energy, as you can see, it's a smooth process. But what'll happen is you'll get these women that'll come up here and they want to pour their penises out, and I can't let you think your dick bigger than mine. There's no way that I could allow that to happen. But anyway, come on over to the YouTube channel. It is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Come on over to the YouTube channel right now. The link is already in there. What's up?
Are we here now? Are we good?
Can you hear us?
TV's off.
Okay, you can hear us now?
I can absolutely hear you.
Okay.
I'm not going to go back on nothing I said. I'm not upset about losing my son's father. I'm mad that we don't have a complete family, of course, because we were about to get married and all this stuff, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. He wasn't, and I'm going to get probably messed up for this too, but he wasn't strong enough for me because I tried to make this man, which is not my job, but I tried to make him be a man. Why am I doing that? I tried to make him feel like a man. I didn't beat him down. I didn't talk shit to him. I wasn't fighting over the toilet with him like you guys said. I wasn't doing none of that. I'm very feminine as well. I had a
So
mom.
you,
I just was
you,
raised by 4 different men as well, like who were in my ear, if that makes sense. But I'm never saying that I'm beating a man down or talking shit to a black man or making him feel like he's too emotional. I said my son's father was emotional when I first met him, and I still had a baby with him. We still were engaged to get married. Both of our families loved us together, but it was something missing for me. So even when he went and had kids by that woman, I was not mad at him. I wasn't mad. I went to the girl's house. I told him to take me to the girl's house because I knew her. She wanted what I had. I told him to take me over there. He took me over there. I had a conversation with both of them, and I said, "Y'all belong together. This is what you need. This is the kind of woman you need. Somebody that you're stronger than, so you don't feel less than when I'm because I make you feel less than. If that's what I do, that's what you need."
so two questions.
Okay.
Number one, what was good about him?
His sensitivity, I loved it because the men that I date are not like that. So I liked his emotional side. I didn't say I didn't like that. I didn't say I didn't like it. I just said it was too much of it.
What was good about him outside of that? What was something tangible?
Cause he took care
Why
of
did
me.
you
He took
like?
care of my heart. He took care of my feelings. He was an emotional disconnect from. I didn't have to be so hard with him. Not saying I didn't have to lead. Still, I had to lead the household. Still, I still had to take care of all the business. I still had to keep the money coming in the house. I still had to do the shit that a man is supposed to do. But the reason I stayed with him is because he made me. When I came home, food was cooked.
So this is why we don't believe women, and why still don't believe you, right? All y'all, you say you are alpha woman, right?
I could put my son's father on here right now because he loves me. He gonna
I'm
vouch
not
for
talking
everything
about
I'm
you, man.
saying.
I'm talking about you. You said you are alpha woman. You can take care of everything, right?
Yeah.
So you should your relationship should have been perfectly fine.
It would have
If you
been.
why
If I would have tried harder.
why you still got to provide? Why you still got to do all these things when you're the alpha woman?
He didn't have to.
Then what was the problem? You said he was emotionally
I
available.
wasn't around enough.
So was
That was
you
the
then?
problem.
So you were you just said he was the problem.
When did I say that? I said he had a baby on me. I left.
He was a beta. You said he was a beta. He was too over emotional.
Feminine, very feminine.
Ma'am, you said he was a beta. He was too emotional. He had a kid on you. Now you're trying to say you was the problem. Amelia, do you realize this though? Hold on.
Maybe we both were the problem.
Amelia, let me break it. Let me come down. Okay?
Amia.
Amia. That's a nice name too.
Thank you.
You don't know what you want. you really don't know who you are. You don't know what you're looking for, and there's not really still accountability because you flip flopping on your answer. One moment
How
he
am I
not
flip
the
flopping?
one moment you say he not the man, then you say he was man enough and you weren't there. And you know who else did this last time? And let me tell you this: there was a sister that she and y'all are. There's this thing about y'all. Y'all know how to get men and be feminine when you need to, but then when a man get in a relationship with you, he's like y'all turn into monsters. There was a sister named Shy that was on the other show. She did the same thing you did. Like it's like y'all are emotionally available, but not. Y'all want to be the man, but not. You want to give everything and nothing at the same time when it's convenient. You all over the place.
I don't agree.
You just told me that though. You told us that truth right there. That's truth hurts right there. Like truth hurts is right here. Like you literally said he was a beta. He was over emotional. He had a kid on you. Then you said you were the problem because you weren't there.
I don't know if I say I wasn't the problem. I'm saying maybe the problem could have been avoided. Maybe that's how I meant to say it. Maybe I said it wrong. Maybe it came out of my throat the wrong way.
Let me ask you something else. Let me ask you something else.
Shoot.
If you wanted to go get this man back, would he take you back?
He's begging right now.
Then you the problem.
How?
You are the problem. Because y'all want, like I say, when you have a man that's vulnerable, you use that against them.
I'm not using it against him. I'm telling him that I'm.
Why you
Can
don't
I
want him
say
back?
this?
If he was such a good man, if he was such a good man, and you said you were the problem, you weren't there. Shay did the same. You know what?
You know what's funny?
No,
you know what's funny? This is great.
Let me finish. You done a lot of talking. I bet you talk with him too much too. Shay said the same thing. She tried to test her man. There was a girl that said she tried to test the man to see if he stand on business. When she told him she wanted somebody else, he stood on business and divorced her. But then she said she didn't want to do the work to get him back. Why won't you go get back the biological father of your son? Like if you know you were the problem, why you don't go get that man back if he's begging to be with you?
Because, sir, listen, I don't believe I was the problem. That's why I let him. That's why I went to that lady's house, had a conversation with them,
You
and
just
told them
said
they
you was the
deserve each other.
problem. You just said
That
you was the
doesn't mean.
problem.
I said I led him to that woman for me not being around. Literally, I literally said that. I said I'm the reason he went to that woman. That's why he went to go fuck on
So who
her.
was the problem? So who was the problem?
He should have controlled himself. If I'm taking care of the house.
Ma'am, if you're not emotionally available and not catering to this man emotionally and not at the house, you just said you drove him to another woman's arm. You said you bring man from the bottom to the top.
That.
No, you said you take man from the bottom and take him to the top, but you put him on top of another woman. Y'all don't know.
I feel like you're hearing what you want to hear.
No, Amia, you know I'm being intentional. Y'all like you want to hear yourself. You want to lead the ship, and when it's time for you to cater to somebody and love somebody else, you don't know how to love somebody else.
But
you
listen,
you don't want to learn. You don't want to learn how to love somebody else.
This is not true. This is invalid, like crazy. I love hard, like hard. That's why the nigga stayed for so long. What are you talking about?
Ma'am, you said you didn't love hard. You said you weren't emotionally available. He was. You said he was over emotional. You didn't show no emotion.
You know what I'm gonna say? Maybe I like money too much.
Oh my God.
Maybe I like money too much.
I'm about to jump out this window, yo. Are y'all really? I'm starting to think something's wrong with y'all brains. Like you're like y'all scattered.
But wait, can I ask you, what am I saying that's so wrong? Like, why are you getting so
Ma'am, you flip, ma'am, you're saying you're not the problem. Then you say he the problem. Then you say he not the problem. You the problem.
Listen, let me elaborate. I said I definitely led him to that woman by me not being present because I was too worried about building a foundation for our house.
No, you didn't say that. You said you did it again. You didn't say building a foundation for your house, a family, or
making money is building a foundation.
You said I was too worried about money. That's what you said.
That's building a foundation because that's how you build one. You got to have money.
You know what? I know y'all do this back and forth, and you know what's funny? He's begging to be back with you because he really loved you, and once he gets back in that house with you, he'll realize why he left in the first place.
And I keep telling him the same thing. I keep telling him, you think you want to be with me because of how good things were when we were together, but honestly, you don't. I'm not there for you enough how you need me to be. I'm not clinging on your balls like you need me to.
How old are you?
30 something.
And keep playing around. You ain't gonna have no balls to cling to. That keep playing around. You ain't gonna. You think you still immortal because you got youth and you still look a certain type of way. And you get men coming at you, and what you gonna do? Mess around, not have no balls to cling on to. And
you know what's crazy?
Yes. Tell me about it.
After I left my son's father, the two men I've dated since I left my son's father were both very masculine.
And where are those men right now?
Well, one is not too far away. He's getting food. And the other one, I left him because he had hella shit going on that I didn't know about.
So the
These
other
are
one is
these are different, 2 different times.
and so the other one's out fetching you food right now, so he's on his way back.
Yeah,
Okay, and how long have you been messing with him?
since March.
And
So
are
why
you
you
guys?
still think?
I'm sorry. Are you are you guys in a relationship?
Yes.
Then why you
And
still worrying about the other guy? Truth. Why you talking about? Why you on here talking about the other guy?
I'm talking about my son's father because I felt like it resonated with the conversation everybody was having about alpha man. I mean, alpha woman, alpha man. Like, I'm not an alpha
You
woman
still
to
love?
this
Do you still
man.
love him?
My son's father?
Yes.
Like, yeah, I have love for him. Yeah, but I don't love him like I want to be with him. Not at all. And I tell him that all the time
Then why you on here talking about him?
because I was, I was
Yo,
going with the conversation that you guys are already
you on mute?
having.
You on mute, Truth? Or you talking to somebody else? Nah, I tell you what. You know what the red flags about? See, I knew this as a young man. When a woman keep talking about her ex or still referring to him, you using these guys as fillers, and you want to say they alphas to justify why you got a man and make us believe that you got a man. You don't like them two guys, even if they're alphas. You like your baby daddy. That's who you had a kid with. That's who you still love. And you trying to lie to yourself. You want to come up here for us to lie to you too, and the chat to lie to you, so you feel like you right, but you still love that man, and that's why you smiling. You don't like that guy to go with get food. You can't wait till they get out the house, but at least there's some man coming inside the house. You don't love him. You don't love the ex guy. You love that guy, and you need to go get that guy before you run out of balls to hang to. Because once those men figure out you don't love them either, they out the door either. But I bet you them two got nothing on that man that you still love, and that's your problem. You want to come here and talk about him without talking
I'm not
about him.
talking bad
You
about
came
him.
up here to say yes, you did. You was talking negative about him, and we had to pull the positive out of him. And when we let you, like Truth said, talk long enough, you know what, guys? I wasn't emotionally available for him. I worked too much. I was for money, and you know he got on top of another woman because I was never home. Like you, and you justify. You know what? Women lie to men, women lie to each other, women lie to kids, and worse than that, women lie to themselves. And you
Man lie,
still
woman
lying.
lie.
You still lying to yourself instead of go getting that man that you actually love. It's
So
crazy.
please, excuse me. So you feel like everything I just said is because I want to be back with my
If it
son's father?
isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does he stay on my mind? And if it is love, why do
so
I feel this way?
this is what I'll say, right?
This girl still
Um,
love this man, yo.
just to piggyback off of that a little
No,
bit,
not like that.
right? All right, so let's just go a little bit deeper. Let's dive a little bit deeper. So
Okay,
you've been in a relationship with the masculine man since March, correct?
correct.
And is this a committed relationship? Y'all just haven't like what is this? Like I want to like what is this? What would you classify what you're in with this new guy? Can you not hear me?
I
What
can hear
would you
you. I was looking for something to come out. It just didn't come out.
You know what it
because
is.
that's what you have, a whole bunch of nothing. Is that safe to say? So you have a whole bunch of nothing?
No, no comment.
So let me get this straight. Hold on. See, this is why
He's an alpha though, Truth. Hey, Truth, he's an alpha.
because you're not in a relationship with him because you don't even know what to classify it as. So he's dick that goes and gets food from time to time because he went to go fetch the food.
No,
So
no. It's not like that. It's not
what
like that
makes
either.
okay?
I don't feel like I've been with him long enough to classify it as anything.
I got a
Like,
question. Do your children live with you? Does your child live with you?
we have 50-50 custody.
Where's your kid at now?
He's with his father.
Okay. Has the new man ever met the kid?
She got a
Damn.
phone call.
Has
He
Wait, I can't
almost
hear
on the way
her.
back.
Come on. Can
you hear me now?
you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear
I
me?
can't hear you guys.
She gotta
I'll
wait
bring
till
you.
the phone call because she got a phone call. She got to refresh it probably. That's that
Well,
man that went to get that food.
he like that's that alpha calling. That's
That's
that
the alpha call. Make sure
why
he don't get the order. He don't get the order wrong.
why are you on a live with 2 men as soon as I leave?
That's
Why?
facts.
But this is the alpha that went to fetch. You gotta listen to the words that I'm using. You sent this man out to fetch the food. This alpha man, an alpha man would have had you in that fucking kitchen tonight. Why are we going out to eat? Why are we going out to eat when that kitchen work right there? So instead of you making me a meal, you're on a live with two men that ain't putting no dick in you, ain't adding no value to your life instead of being in that kitchen, but he's an alpha. You want me to believe that? No. You know why there's no alphas in her life? Because she does not attract alpha men. Alpha men aren't attracted to her. She has a baby by what she's attracted to. She likes bumping vaginas. That's what she's into. That's what she's accustomed to. But anyway, here she is. Let's bring up Queen Alpha. What's up, Queen Alpha?
First of all, you gotta stop.
Your woman
You
was
gotta
calling you
stop
get the order
dogging me
right.
out.
Excuse me. Your man was calling. I don't know who it is. Was calling you get the order right.
No, actually, the sound went off on my phone. The sound went off on my phone. Stop dogging me out as soon as I have a internet disconnection.
I'm an alpha, so I'll wait till you get here to dog you out properly. Now you ready?
The only reason I'm not cooking right now is because I cooked this whole week, sir.
Wow, Cap.
Eminem,
It's Thursday. Yo,
it's Thursday, man.
Yes,
It's
and I
Thursday.
work full time and get off and do hair and makeup sometimes. I'm a little tired today, and I got to do admin time. That's the reason I'm not cooking tonight.
And
He
you
actually
work on
said,
a
"Don't cook
okay.
they, I'm gonna go get the food."
And you work
hey, hold on. True. Hey,
Attack! Rawr.
are you still
The
available?
Fusa are attacking. Excuse me.
Are you still available? If a man came correct to you, would you still be open to another guy?
I haven't been looking for that.
I'm not asking you that. Are you still available? It ain't if you ain't looking or
I'm
not.
not married. I'm not married, so yes, I am.
No.
And
So you still available?
we had that discussion. I told him that. He told me that he agreed. When you guys just asked me, what do I classify our relationship as? I said I can't answer that because
this is a guy you don't like. This is a guy you don't like that much as you use a filler. When you take him out, you use him as a walking billboard. So man, go, damn. And they see you looking, and they see you wanting attention as well too.
I don't. That's trash.
You
I don't
use
do
that guy. You use that guy. Oh, you don't, ma'am. You're not. There's a lot of women that do the same thing. They use the guy as a walking billboard to get his replacement. That's what a lot of y'all do. You still looking for their replacement? Is this
insane? I just wouldn't. I wouldn't be with nobody.
This guy that went to go get that food, and he be smashing every now and then, or whatever he's smashing. Is that the guy you see yourself marrying?
I don't know.
No, that means, ma'am. That means that. So that means no, and you're wasting your time. You still let the man you down and spend time with you or go get you food, and you don't even want to marry him. It's crazy. And you change as a woman. That's wild. You got to.
I got a question.
This is that alpha. This is that alpha female. This is that alpha.
I have a question. So what are you guys eating for dinner?
What are we eating for dinner? Some Mexican burritos, I guess. I don't know.
Damn. Anyway, I'm not even going through that. So as your new guy met your child?
Yes.
So you don't know him well enough to be in a relationship with him, but you know him well enough to let him meet the most sacred thing in your life, which is your baby?
Not like that.
I'm confused, sweetheart. Elaborate. I don't know you enough for you to be my man, but you can meet.
Yeah, you have to elaborate, ma'am. I'm in a relationship. Hold on. Listen to what he's telling you. And I know truth is the same way. Ma'am, you got to be special to meet my kids. And I'm with the mother of my children. I don't just let anybody meet my kids. So if I want to let you meet my kids and you got to be special, why are you letting somebody that you're not even going to marry or probably keep in your life meet your children if they that special? You gotta work on some things.
Listen. I have one child.
Doesn't matter.
One child. Wow. So there's no book of when you're supposed to allow somebody to meet your child. My son is with me 50% of the time, 50% of my life. That man wants to be in my life. He asks,
this that alpha female. Do the alpha female way. I forgot.
Be in your life. No, stop it. He don't want to be in your life. He's been dicking you down for close to a year almost, about 7 months, and hasn't made you his woman.
Hey, Truth, did you say why milk the cow if you can get it for free? Is that what you said?
Ma'am, can you stop? Ma'am.
Why about a cow?
Wait. Don't be so extra. Don't be so extra. Y'all teaming up on me at this point. Like, relax.
Tell you the truth.
Calm down.
You're not accepting it. Okay, we're gonna relax. We're gonna relax.
Hey,
the alphas. We go. Hey,
don't yell.
Are you trying to tell men to calm down? You are a really masculine young lady. This breaks my heart.
Let me
break your heart back. Calm down. Relax.
Nigga giving you burrito. Nigga went out and bought you a burrito and bringing you back some dick, and he not your man, and you let him meet your baby.
I didn't say he wasn't my man. I said we're not.
Stop it.
Did she?
He's not your
Wow,
fucking
she said
man.
I didn't say you crazy, yo.
She's
hey man, bring
crazy.
her back up. Yeah, man. Hey,
Batshit crazy.
don't drop, man. Bring her back up, man. No, you don't even let her.
You want
Don't
her
let her
back
get away with this. Man, bring her back up here, man. Alpha
I've
male,
had
alpha
enough.
female.
I've had enough. Bior, how are you this evening? How you feeling?
Hey, how you doing?
Let me just say this before we go any further. Make sure y'all can hit the super chats. Make sure y'all hit the likes and subscribes if you like what's going on this evening.
Hey man, hold on. Hey, true. Hold on. Hey man, y'all need to be blessing this brother's super chat to show that this is a phenomenal. Y'all not gonna get this everywhere. This is rare that y'all get stuff like this with two brothers doing this as well too. That's giving y'all the honest, raw truth. Y'all need to be tearing up this brother. Hey, what's your goals? Y'all need to be making this brother hit his goals, man. What's going on?
Man, listen. We, like I said, if you're on TikTok, if you're on Instagram, and you would like to partake in this conversation, come over to the YouTube channel. It is Nothing But the Truth Podcast. Anyway, we taking all questions. We in the chats. We active. We got Bior up here. Now, let me give you a little bit about Bior before you get started. She is the defender of all women.
That's not true. That's not true.
No matter how delusional.
She glowing like it too. She glowing. The glow is coming off of her. Like
she is the defender of all things vagina. So I just want to end. She has a dictionary, and what I mean by this is the dictionary, right? Hear me out. So Webster is not what she goes by. She has her own dictionary. So even words that you've grown up knowing your whole life and knowing the definition of them, those aren't the definition. She has specific. She's a good friend of mine, though.
So she's like most women.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
Yeah.
I didn't say that. Bior, that wasn't me. I don't want no smoke. But anyway, get the super chats, hit the super stickers, turn the live up at any moment. If you guys would like to join the conversation, man, click the link to join the chat, man. Yeah, she has her own dictionary. What's going on, Bior?
Do you read your hold on real quick, sister? You read your super chats, true?
Oh no, I didn't hit my super chat yet, but it's okay.
Don't forget, that's family. That's what motivate people to send you super chats. That's what makes people send you super chats, fam.
Absolutely. Guys, make sure y'all hit the super chats, man. We need 9 more super chats, y'all. At the bottom of the screen is the $sign at the bottom of the screen. So they're not going to show me love tonight. It's because you're here. You scared of money away. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm willing to take the hit in order to get great content.
So now,
okay
next time, I'm gonna let it all set up, and then the boogeyman gonna come.
Because the boogeyman's crazy.
I knew, and you know what? I should have waited. I knew I should have waited. They're like, oh hell no, we can't get nothing about this nigga. I should have waited.
Once they seeing you up here, it was over for me, and that's okay. It's not the first time I took a loss. I'll survive. I'm sure of it. Everybody on TikTok, come over to the YouTube channel. If you want the Truth Hurts merchandise, the hats, the shirts, the books, one-on-one sessions, the link is in the bio. What we talking about tonight, y'all? What's up? Bior, what you come up? What's on your mind? What's on your mind, Bior?
Nothing. I don't have a whole bunch today. I really don't. I'm in a good mood. I haven't have no arguments today, so
okay.
I'm good. What y'all want to talk about? What was y'all talking about with the lady?
She's different.
She
was different. I concur. Yeah, she was different in every way. Yeah, she was different. That's all I'll say.
Should we listen to what women say?
What you mean?
Like they tell us what they want, they tell us what they need, but is that what they really mean when they say that? Like, should we listen to what's actually coming out their mouth, or should we observe them and look at their actions? Like, do women be telling the truth?
We think we do. I think we have good intent. I think it's funny because I started a book called Waiting on Mr. Wrong. And it was about women not knowing we have an idea in our mind of what we believe we want from a man, right? And it has these it's a beautiful checklist of amazing qualities, amazing features that a husband would embody. And this is just for traditional women that want a husband, because everybody doesn't want that, right? So let's be clear. The ones that want husbands, I believe you have this list in your mind made up of what he looks like, what he's going to be, how he's going to make you feel, all these things. The problem is with most of us, us, is our ideal of what a man, the man that we have on that paper, we would call him a lame.
Mm.
We wouldn't probably be attracted. We probably would be turned off. Um, it's not going to be thrilling enough. It's not going to be toxic enough. It's not going to be um, convoluted as what we used to. And so the men that we'll see like in the club, the men you see with the jewelry, the guys that you're attracted to by the eye are typically don't embody the attributes and the characteristics of what your husband on paper is. But the problem is you're not attracted to the guy on paper. So you sit around dating looking for this, perfect guy that is really not, I've had a lot of guys that I could have probably married. But I just didn't find them to be what I thought my husband would be. But the characteristics that he embodied are not husband material. You see what I'm saying?
Christ, you cooking. You sure she's like how you said she was?
That's what.
Oh, yes, I'm sure. I'm sure.
I
So
still defend that. Trust me.
she done pulled a switch or something because good God. I mean, I can't.
Now I do defend women. And I say that because I can say all that because I'm her, right? I still struggle with it to this day. I like I said, we have good intent. It's not intentional. We don't walk around just lying, saying I want this and that, and then we just change. No, we really believe that is what we want. The problem is the things that you want the most, just like a diet, right? I want to be in shape, but the reality is I don't like salad. I don't like vegetables. I don't like drinking water all day. I like soda. I like frappuccinos. So the reality is what I'm attracted to and what I want to eat doesn't align with how I want to look.
So if you're so good intended, why is everything you're pursuing bad for you and the things that's good for you avoid if you're so good intentional? If these sisters have such good intention and such purposeful women, why do they avoid what's good for them but so good at getting what's bad for them?
Because we have a background, and it's not an excuse, but everybody comes from different places. Every woman isn't like that. I'm just speaking for a majority, right? Most of us come from different places, right? And most of us wouldn't just be instilled with these great attributes. You do have some women that come from perfect homes, great families, maybe great class value, high income earners where they were really taught structure and what a guy does and what a husband does and what a man is. And for the most part, I think a lot of us didn't have that. If we did, we saw it here and there, maybe from a distance. So I'm speaking for those girls. So let's be clear. I'm not speaking for every woman. Just the women that I feel like I encounter the most, or the ones that I see on social media the most talking, is women that are often looking for one thing because you don't know how to identify things that are good if you've never had anything good. You don't know what it looks like. You just have this idea or an illusion of what a perfect guy is, and he's going to be great, and he's going to take care of me, and he's going to come in and do all these great things. But then when you meet that guy that maybe embodies that, you're like, no, he's not my type. It's not my type. That's not what he's supposed to look like. He's supposed to be this. He's supposed to drive that. It's an illusion. It doesn't exist. It's just an illusion. I'm just what it is.
So if you said men have good intentions, I said brothers have good intentions, but all they keep pursuing is women with big titties and big booties and sex. Would you think that's men who really have good intentions?
It could be a good man with good intentions with lack of discipline. Yeah, absolutely.
No, I'm gonna say it again. I didn't talk about nothing feminine. I didn't talk about nothing righteous. I didn't talk about nothing orderly. I didn't talk about investing in the community. You didn't list no qualities of what women make women and how that they can benefit society. It's only benefiting themselves what you listed or what I can hear. So if brothers are saying I need women to have big titties and big booties and women I can have sex with and women that are beautiful, does that sound like good intention?
I don't understand your question.
Oh, yes, you do, ma'am.
No, I don't. I really
Rebecca can.
No, I'm saying you're asking as a man is if he's
no. So you're saying they have good intention. Nothing about what you're saying is about being nurturing. It's about being investing, about catering, being a good wife, being a good mother, being good for society, having a good reputation.
What you asked me. You didn't ask me what attributes. No, stop. You didn't ask me.
I didn't have to
ask me. Your question was, do women really say what they want? Are they lying? Are they saying what they really want? Should we believe you? You didn't ask me what a woman attributes were.
I didn't have to, ma'am. You already spoke about it. You said these men are looking for men that's the right man for them. You didn't say who they wanted to serve. You didn't say nothing about who they wanted to support.
Should we believe women in what they say? And I said,
I'm a mute up because I don't want to stir you up.
You said what?
I'm waiting for you to let me speak because you keep speaking over me when I talk. So I'm gonna let you
Because
finish,
if
and
you're
then
gonna
I'll
ask a question, just ask it direct. What do you
I,
ask?
I did ask it direct, and you said you didn't say something. I didn't say you said anything, but you said what you said. So I responded to what you said. Nothing
Okay.
about what you said was about a woman investing in a child, in a man, or in the community.
You
Everything
didn't ask me that.
I didn't, ma'am. That doesn't make sense, man. Why would I have to ask you
You
anything? You were
asked
speaking.
me, should you believe a woman and what she says about what she wants? And you didn't ask me if she wanted to
I,
nurture a
I
son.
I did what I asked you was if a man came up here, if I said, "Hey, truth, brother, hey, Rebecca, men have good intentions. All they looking is for big titties, big booties, and sex, and that's all they want from women. They looking for a good-looking woman. Would that sound like a man who has good intentions?
No, that would be incomplete
Right,
like intentions.
right. So, do you understand what I'm saying? I don't see how
Yes.
she losing me. Nothing about what she said was about a woman that has good intention.
I
Everything was
said
about what
her
was right
things
for
that
her.
she writes down, the things that she wants in a man and desires in a man, is the things that are
She said it
susceptible.
again.
You what are you talking about?
You
What are
said
you
everything
asking
she
me?
wants from a man is
I
satisfying.
said
That's
wants in a man. If you're asking me, if you walk around and ask me, what are you looking for in society? What kind of man are you looking for? I'm going to list to you the type of man that I want to be with and that I desire. You didn't ask me what attributes do I bring to a man. That's two different conversations. I said most women do not know what they want in a man. I'm talking about what they want in a man, not what they want in me. I know what I embody. I'm talking about what women desire. The most things that we desire are typically not what we attract and what we're attracted to. They are conflicting. So there are men that want great women. There are men that truly do want a woman with a good heart, a great nurturer, education, the ability to be a mother and do all of that. But they may fall victim to their lust and their lack of dick discipline and only focus on women with big titties and big booties. He could very well much want that, but he doesn't know how to get it. So I mean,
ma'am.
the
So what
question,
do so ma'am? Again, this is why why I asked you. Should you listen to what women say? What does a woman want?
what does a woman want and
What
what?
do you speaking for most women? So what do most women want?
Most women want to be happy. That's what we want. We want to be happy. We want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want to be valued. We want someone that we can partner with. We want someone that can be a helpmate. We want someone that gets us, someone that we can get. We want someone that we can pour into, but we want someone that pours as well. We want someone that knows how to connect, but knows how to disconnect. We want someone that loves and knows how to nurture as well, but knows how to be masculine. We want someone that can provide, but also can protect, but also can be still and also can be a little bit of beta when he needs to be to allow his woman to be whoever she needs to be. We want a lot of things. We want the same thing you all want. We're just always arguing about what each other wants instead of listening. That's what I believe.
And again, nothing of what you're speaking is benefiting society. It's benefiting
We're
her.
not talking about society. Where
Ma'am,
family does
Lord,
benefit
I'm a mute.
society.
This is what happens. Let me
Family
mute up.
does benefit society.
Now
Family
look, this the
does
same thing.
benefit society.
This how women end up. This is how women end up getting a certain response, ma'am. You talk, you monologue, and then when I try to respond to your monologue, you cut me off every single time. I'm trying to show respect and decorum to you. Every time I speak, you cut me off.
Go
So
ahead.
if I'm wrong and I'm making a mistake, let me be wrong. But it sounds like when someone's wrong, they got to talk a lot so they sound right.
So what are you saying?
That you're not describing nothing that's benefiting society. All that you're describing is something that benefits a woman.
Partnership benefits a woman?
Oh yeah, she always says partnership and we, and she uses
Family doesn't benefit women. Children seeing two parents in a home and loving doesn't benefit society. Kids having their father in the home and their mother in the home and watching them love and nurture each other doesn't benefit our society that's chaotic and full of hate and destroying. That doesn't benefit society. Coming home at night and having somewhere to go and both people are providing and both people are protecting doesn't benefit society. And what society are you in?
Excuse me, can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
All right, you said men want happiness, right? That's what you said, right?
She said women want happiness.
You said women want happiness, right? If happiness is a temporary emotion, how do y'all want that?
You said if what?
If happiness is a temporary emotion, how do y'all want that?
Because you don't, anytime you're happy, you're not going to be happy every
But
moment.
it's temporary. It's
You're
not
not going to
permanent.
be happy every moment. I think as an adult, you know that.
I'm just saying it's temporary. It's not permanent.
Nothing's permanent.
So how do you want happiness?
The same way you want success, and that's not permanent.
Success
Yeah,
can
yeah. Success can come and it can go.
success can be permanent.
Success
When
can.
you wait. Success can be permanent when you strive for it. A lot of women don't strive for happiness because they don't bring peace. Do you understand that?
You just said it's not permanent.
Woo.
Do you understand that?
Do I understand what part?
A lot of women don't strive for happiness because they don't bring peace. If you brought peace, you will be happy. You don't do either both. So when you say you want to be happy, how do you want to be happy if you can't even sit here and listen to a conversation and learn to be peaceful?
Because I don't have to learn from someone that I don't believe is correct.
Oh, okay, okay. So you don't want to be happy
I-
because you don't want to learn. See how
Learn,
you just made my point?
no, you be careful who you learn from.
You see
That's
how you
Bible.
made my point?
That's Bible. You're
Excuse
careful of
me,
who you listen
excuse me,
to.
Ali and all y'all. I really like y'all. You know your platform and everything. You see how she just made my point?
Of
No,
course, we
what
see
point
it.
did you make?
We talked about this earlier. Women want happiness. That's most of happiness you can't keep permanently. Men want peace. That's why we can be content with women, even if what women are doing. A lot of men don't actually like their women in the relationship because
I
she
know.
always wants happy. Dang, she can't even control the mouth. You know what else? A lot of women can't control their mouth either. That's what a lot of men don't like in relationships, but they just can't control that thing. It's just like they can't just stop it. So we go, dang, we just know she got to be like this. So we still love her, even though we might not like her
Can't make
behaviors
this
and
shit
how she
up.
treats us. Most women can't stand a little discomfort with a
Do
man.
you know?
They
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you a question, right? You said you want to be happy. Is you gonna get a happiness from an honest man or a liar?
Might get happiness from both.
You can't answer that.
I just answered it. I said
I
you
think
might.
You
that's
can't do
valid.
that. You got
Huh?
one choice.
You said what?
You got one choice.
Can you be happy? You can be happy
From a
from
liar or a man that's honest.
it does it depends. It
Which
depends.
one?
He cooking already.
You
Which
can be
one?
happy from a lie.
You said a lie?
I said you can be happy. Someone can lie to you. You can know not, something doesn't even exist and be happy with it.
This is my
No,
motherfucking point right now, bro. Did you just say happiness comes from a lie? Then why do you bitch about the truth?
Who
You look foolish. Say something.
who is I asked, I said
You
who bitches about
stuttering.
the
You're
truth?
not a DJ. Say something.
First of all, we're gonna talk like we both grown.
You're not grown right
And
now
I'm
because
and
you're
I'm
not thinking.
talking. And I'm talking.
You're
And
not grown right now. You're
if
not
you can't
thinking.
listen, if you can't hear me, say you can't hear me. But I'm
No, you
talking.
Dang,
can't
sound like
process.
what you was doing to me. He giving you the same energy, but you the alpha female, I guess, right? You want him to
You can't
stop talking while you
process.
get to run your mouth. That's what it
You
sounds
know
like.
you're not gonna tell
Process.
me to be
You didn't
quiet.
know how to exactly. You the alpha female. That's your problem.
You're
You
not
think
my
you a
man.
man.
You're not
I
my
know.
man.
You
So
should
you're not gonna
respect
You
tell
all
won't
me.
men.
listen to any man.
No, I listen to the ones
You
that I
won't even listen to your man.
you said what?
So what we gonna do, right? Because it's definitely. Hold on one second. It's not an attack or any of that. And I want everybody. This is a respectful platform. We respect the women on the platform. We respect the men on the platform. Just hear me out for a second. She's still a lady, regardless. You know what I'm saying? She's not my lady. She's not your lady. She's not your lady. She's still a lady. You feel what I'm saying? There's no reason to squeeze all the life out of her. If you ask her a question, let her answer the question. She has no issues, Arts, and I'm not here to save the day or any of that. But if a question is asked, give her a fair chance to answer it with no interruptions. We can sing together. We absolutely cannot talk together. So, y'all,
Mhm.
But
so
she
when you
gotta. But
hold
she
up,
gotta
Brody.
say the truth.
But the gag is when you ask, give her a safe space to answer. Because if she asks one, I'm gonna do this. I'm fair. I'm a fair dude. So ask
The-
a specific question so she can give you a specific answer, my good brother. I'm out the way.
No, what the problem that was happening was she kept interrupting while I was speaking, and I let her speak. And then the brother came here and gave her what she gave me, and now she can't handle it.
Who
But
can't handle it?
she's saying it again, ma'am. You did
I
to me.
said who
You
can't
do. She doing it
handle
right
it?
now. Look. I'm speaking to you, and she's cutting off two brothers speaking to each other, and she's already interrupting, ma'am. He did to you what you did to me, so I
Okay.
let you land, and when I start speaking, you interrupt me. That's
Okay.
what's been happening this whole time. What do you mean? So you told me you ain't gonna cut me off. You ain't gonna talk to me like that. So why do you get to talk like that to a man and interrupt a man as well
No,
too?
let's be clear. I never disrespected you. I never
Nobody,
Okay,
nobody said you disrespected
listen,
anybody.
listen. Number one, I didn't tell Truth to come save the day. We were fine. I was
Wow.
fine with
See, and you see what she did?
Listen,
Truth,
no,
you saw that? Yeah.
no, because
See,
no, you
see,
said I couldn't
uh-huh.
take it. No,
Yeah, that's what I
what you
thought.
just
She
said
her
was
own man over
what
there.
Excuse
you
me,
She
just
hold on.
let her
said
be her
was
own man. Truth.
no.
Excuse me,
Listen,
hold on. You deflected
That's
from the
why we don't save them. That's why,
what you
because
just
she now she
listen.
gonna say she didn't need you.
hold,
Like women
hold,
will even say they don't need men to come make sure
Who
they get
said
treated
that?
like a lady, and
That's
she
not
gonna
what I
take away from the
said.
fact what you just did. You said you
You
don't need them.
said you couldn't handle it, and I said I didn't ask Truth to
Man,
step
this
in.
still this is
You said I
Okay,
couldn't.
can you excuse me? You deflecting the
Listen, I'm
topic
Deflect,
of
talking,
the
but I'm still
content.
she
talking.
deflecting
But
so
I'm still
bad.
talking.
No,
You
we
But
man,
deflecting
I'm
the
still
man.
we
talking.
You just
deflecting
took away
the
from what the
topic of
brother
the
was doing for
content.
you. Hey, my brother, let her talk because she want to hear herself talk. That's
Okay.
what happens probably in her relationship. She get to talking. Then when a man want to hear himself and get catered to and supported, she only know how to do it for herself. And then she blame the man for responding to her, how she act as a woman. So
What
let her
happened to
talk to
you?
herself.
Okay, wait, can I interject in this debacle that's going on right quick?
Please don't make it neutral. Don't make it debacle.
It's
Because
not about being neutral.
so
Okay,
you can't say
let
so.
one,
Make sure you address the person who's doing it, Rebecca. Please don't say
yes,
debacle.
which is all everyone right
No,
now.
it's not. No, it's
So
not sisterhood.
listen, one, right? We live in a society that caters to temporary feelings, which was, what's your name? Tymane's point. Happiness is an emotional feeling. It is a temporary feeling. I will say that Blair is correct. So is success, right? If you're into the Bible, look at Job. If you're into the Quran, you can look at plenty of examples. Success is something that can come and go based on how you define it. If it's defined by finances, that can come and go. We've seen it in stock crashes, right? If it's defined by family, your family can die off. I know someone whose whole family is gone, okay? Genocide. If it's defined
Hey,
by
hey, Rebecca.
materialistic things,
Hey, Rebecca. Respectfully, truth.
I gotta mute you, bro.
can
You
I
gotta let
continue?
her
Can I
go.
Hold
continue
on.
real
Hey,
quick?
hold
Because
on.
I'm gonna get to the point.
Can I
But I
address
just
you real
want to
quick?
say
Hey, no.
we're defining things on
Truth. Can I address
temporary
you? Hey,
things.
truth. Can I address you
Happiness
real quick, fam?
is
Come
a
on, truth.
temporary
Let me address
thing.
you.
She says
Truth. Let me
women
address
are
you real
looking
quick,
for
fam.
happiness. I
Hey,
think all of
hey, fam. Come on.
society is looking
Gotta
for
let her go.
purpose, right? And they're looking for fulfillment. So while I do not agree with what Blair said, I do agree that as a society, we need to refocus on purpose, right? And in contentment. And also in walking out and doing things. Ilkan, you had a point about what are we doing for society?
Hear you. I can't
But
hear you.
Blair had a point that in society, you need to start with the family unit. The breakdown of the Black American society did start with the family unit when two-parent homes diminished, right? When drugs came in the 90s and it diminished the presence of a father in our communities as well as the mothers. When grandparents started raising children as parents instead of grandparents, right? Starting in the central family unit, what is an alpha male? An alpha male is an alpha, defining the word, is something that is dominant, okay, in a particular role. The problem is that we have women trying to be alphas in relationships. You can be an alpha as a woman in other areas. In your relationship, the man needs to be the alpha. That doesn't mean that I can't go to my job where I make a lot of money, right, and be an alpha there. Why? Because I can be the best. I can be at the top. In my relationship, there has to be a standard where the man is the alpha and I come underneath that as the supporting role. But that does not mean that in society, I cannot be an alpha. I cannot be a leader in my community. I can't be a leader at my job, whatever, have it. And I think that is the problem that many women get messed up in. It's not that they can't be alphas and you can't carry that dominant, right, characteristic into other areas of your life. There is a difference, however, when you step into a home and what position you need to take. And I think that's the main problem right now, is that we have put our roles, you're trying to mix them and mash them up. That is never going to work. That's me trying to be a mother at my job. It's not going to work. Why? Because I'm not their mother. I cannot take my motherly responsibilities to my children the way that I need them to be subservient to me, the way that I need them to talk and to respond to me, the things that I assign to them. I cannot take that motherly position into my job because I am not a mother there. I am an employee or an employer.
Okay. Are you? Was that everything? This is the thing. I want everybody to be able to get out a complete thought. Was that everything that you had to say,
That's everything.
Ali? That you have the floor.
This is what's wrong with the community. You stopped us from disrespecting Bior. The first thing she wanted to do is hear herself instead of making sure that Bior respect us. When women talk about men respecting society and then they don't hold each other accountable, even though T did when she came up on here, what they keep doing is when brothers are getting disrespected, they look over it and want to be heard and still be the leaders of society. She said all of that, but didn't hold Bior accountable for what she was doing to me. But Ty came up and did it, and he wasn't being disrespectful. He was just showing what she was doing to me. But every time we had these conversations, they say we need to respect each other. We need to support the man. But every time we come on here, they can't wait to disrespect the man, talk over a man, and misdirect the man and allow the woman to be the leader. Because the first thing she should have did was address Bior's behavior, and then we could have had the conversation. Because even if Truth didn't agree with what Bior did at the end, even though some of the stuff at the beginning we was rocking with, he still stopped us to make sure we treat her like a lady, but you didn't stop to make sure she treat us like men.
Excuse me,
You
I
know
just
what?
want to say something. Excuse
I
me. Let
will
me just
take.
say. I just want to say one thing real quick, Truth. Let me say one thing to Rebecca. I'm gonna ask you a question since you use the Bible, right? Where did God tell you to be an alpha woman?
Wow. Shit.
Are you guys confusing
Proverbs
alpha with
31.
independent?
People love to quote Proverbs 31, right? But if you really look at it, that is an alpha woman in the positions where she needs to be an alpha. She
Proverbs
considers the field and
31
she
is
buys
advice
it.
to. Excuse me. Proverbs 31 is advice to a young king, not queen.
To what kind of woman he should be looking for.
He didn't tell him to look for no woman in that advice. What are you talking about?
He
That's
told
what I mean. Why would you use the Bible if God didn't tell you to be an alpha woman? God tells you to be submissive. Where the hell
To
does
your
he say
husband,
anything about alpha?
what?
Where?
to be the head and not the tail, to be
Yeah,
above and not beneath.
that's not alpha.
That what is your
That's
definition of
not
alpha, please?
alpha.
What is your definition of alpha,
Excuse
please?
me. What does God say in the Bible? For a
What
woman
is
to
your
be what?
can you tell me what your definition of
I'm
alpha is?
asking you a question. Don't try to deflect it. Don't even try it.
I no, I
What?
literally just
Excuse
answered
me. Excuse
and you
me.
didn't.
What? Excuse me. What did God say women are supposed to be in the Bible?
The helpmate.
The
To a
word is with
man.
an S, and y'all don't want to use it for some reason.
You said the what?
The word starts with an S, and y'all
Submit
don't want to use it for
to
some
your
reason.
not our husband. We're not
How
talking about.
about T? T, what does it say for a woman to be in the Bible?
If she
Starts
is
with an
married,
S.
she is to submit to her own
Mhm.
husband.
If
That's
she's
not a woman, that is a wife.
married,
And I
Excuse me,
think that is
You
the
women.
know what? That's
distinction.
Excuse
it.
me, ladies.
That
Ladies, may I please speak?
Trey, go ahead.
it's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
May I say
Mm.
something? We are supposed to be wives because we are supposed to be, as young girls, learning from our mother, who's supposed to be a wife, how we need to act when we leave our parents' household, how to carry ourselves. Because when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So if we are out here being alphas, we are not out here being a wife. Now, let me cook for one hot second. If we step out here and they can see our bosom, which married man is cool with every man seeing his woman's stuff? So we are in this society where on social media we're getting BBLs. Nobody's gonna take us serious. God don't even want us worried about our behinds. He want us to learn how to cook. You grow a butt by being in the kitchen. You grow a butt by knowing how to take some dry beans and rinsing them and picking through rocks and cooking them. But because our family life has been so messed up, where when these men are up here asking simple questions, we can't even let the whole question come out. We don't even shut our mouth to think about our answer. We don't even breathe to give them a educated answer. And we are not even humble enough to say, I don't know how to answer that. I can't answer that. Or to answer truthfully, I'm not qualified, or I don't see a reason to respect. I feel like our issue is we don't see a reason to respect our black men. I see a reason to respect our black men, though, because I got four little pretty princesses that I'm training to be a wife. I don't care that they're not married right now. When a man asks them what's their role, you know how a lot of men say, "What do you bring to the table?" If you are already walking in your womanhood, if you are already, ain't nobody gonna ask you a question. They gonna come to you and say, "Hey, come here. I got a house for you. Hey, come here. I want you to have my baby. This is what I see in your life. This is where I see. This is how you're gonna benefit me." That's what real men do when they meet their wife or someone that they see potential in. We over here mad because of what? Why is all this yelling going back and forth? These are simple questions being asked by black men that have been silenced. And now they have a platform to speak. Let them cook. Let us sit back and eat it. Then regurgitate it and see if that's what they was trying to put on our platter.
I know, right? You still ain't answer yet, Rebecca. About what's her name? That's what your name is, Rebecca. Are you gonna let me know what God said in the Bible?
Well, I'll say number one, no, all women and all men are not created to be in marriages. The If we're going to talk Bible, the Apostle Paul said he would that everybody remain single. And he said some people have the gift of singleness. So raising one, if we're going to talk about how you raise children, the first thing to be would be to raise them in the fearness of the Lord. If you're Christian, right? And if you're in the Quran, there are certain things, Judaism, whatever. Number two is to ask God or seek God about if they are to be married or if they are to be single. Now, if we are saying that we're just going to standardly raise people to be wives, right? Like I said, if you look at Proverbs 31, which does lay out, right, a type of woman, we all love to say, "Ooh, I'm trying to be a Proverbs 31 woman." What does Proverbs 31 start off with when it talks about a
Excuse
woman?
me.
Let me
Proverbs
pull it. Where's my
31 tells
Bible?
you
It
not to
says the
deal
words
with.
of a
Excuse
king,
me.
the
Excuse me.
prophecy that his mother taught him.
Correct. Keep going, please.
What my son and what my son of my womb and what the son of my vows. What's that? That's a marriage. So it was a married woman teaching him.
His mother, yeah.
Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways which destroyeth kings. Don't be
That's not
putting your
telling them
little
to chase
pole in all
women.
these. She's this woman, this mother is telling her son not to put his strength into all these women. Stop dropping your seed off into these women who are not gonna listen to you. I think that's what she's saying. Give not your strength. We over here talking to the last girl said, "My baby daddy is weak. My baby daddy is this." That's why this girl told her, "Don't give his strength to these women." Because God knows that if you give your babies to the wrong people, they're going to destroy your lineage. Now, if that little boy grew up and see his mama talking about his daddy, saying his daddy weak because his daddy knows how to verbally express himself, that's terrible. And then we want to run to God and say, "What's the Bible say? What's the Bible say?" When everybody out here doing whatever they want to do. And
Well,
God
God,
got a man at the head. God said it's supposed to be a man, then the wife, and then the kids. But Christ is the head of that. So we can't talk about nothing
Mhm.
if Christ ain't the head of nothing. So let's get God off the table because don't nobody want God on the table. That's the truth. We want to nitpick around the Bible. We want to bring the Bible in now because the men are being disrespected. But back then, when the man was telling a woman, "No, wife, don't go to work, believe in me. No, wife, don't leave the house, believe in me, nurture me. I only made 25 cents today, but if you have faith in me, I might can make 85 cents tomorrow." We as black women said, "No. Susie Sally got $95 from her husband, and you're not good enough because you only got 25 cents today, so you're worthless. And I'm gonna run to the welfare and listen to them and say, you don't need a black man for nothing because we're gonna give you food stamps, Section 8, and you can get a job and go to education, and now we're ruined." And now, no black man, whether they're like truth and they're gonna tell us the truth from the beginning, or whether they're like green hat right here and just simply
Ali.
give it Ali,
Ali.
whether they're like Ali and gonna combat our foolishness with real logic questions that we somehow can't seem to tell truthfully.
Mm.
Well, I refute that. One, statistics, right? I do research for a living. Statistically, we actually seen a really statistically significant decrease or increase in single mother homes when the crack epidemic hit. It actually wasn't welfare. According to the statistics, and I want everybody to look this up because I remember I'm going to bring up this name and it's going to roll your eyes for a second. Charlie Kirk, whatever, how we feel about it, he would debate, "Oh, black people out of the homes, it's because of fatherlessness." Yes, the crack epidemic did that. It wasn't welfare, statistically speaking.
Ma'am, I don't mean to say you're a liar, but before the crack epidemic hit, you gotta remember we had black kings that our women saw be demasculated. Why are we not understanding before crack hit? Crack was because, dang it, we demasculated their man in slavery and tried to turn the black women against them and rip their family out that way. That didn't work. So we gonna put them in war. And then when that war came, that didn't work. So then that was another ball. But we can't go back and no, it's demasculation of men. That's what it is. They want our black men demasculated, and now they're using us their helpmeet to demasculate them. First, they use their hierarchy with their government systems. Now they don't got to use nothing because we're warring in our own homes. It's in the own home. We literally are nothing but black people up here. All we want is for when a black man opens his mouth to hear what he got to say. Sit back. Dang, if we can just shut up for 30 seconds before we give him an answer. I think for the rest of Truth's podcast, it should be a mandate that women listen to it for 30 to 45 seconds before they speak. That probably should be a just given rule because none of the stuff that they're saying is to tear us down. It's literally to help us see the error of our ways. All they're asking for is someone to listen to them. Truth wife probably heard him say something a long time ago and she took it and was like, oh, that's what he really needed and want. And she ran with it. Probably. I don't know. But we need to have an ear to hear.
So T's right. It was incarceration and jobs declining in the 70s. Crack didn't come on the scene till the 80s. It was cocaine that was on the scene in the 70s, but it was the welfare, it was the mass incarceration and the employment, that the unemployment that was happening to blacks that actually hurt us. Crack didn't come to the 80s, Rebecca. So if you want to use crack, you couldn't bring that in there. Welfare came way long before then. So T would
And
be right.
all welfare is so we can listen to somebody else other than our man. Only reason why I'm speaking on this is because I'm living it today. I'm living it. I'm living in my life, and I'm in a hospital because everybody around me told me to put my baby daddy on child support and not to believe in him. And what did I do? I said, why would I listen to a government system when they tell me to not listen to that black man when he says, if that baby's mine, and even if that baby's not mine, I'm going to take care of you. They're like, oh, well, he's not giving you everything now. I know patience. I know understanding. I know everybody needs help. I know that a black man really, truthfully needs his helpmeet to not squander her goods. When they piggyback off of a topic I heard Truth talking about is after the lady has a baby, her value it goes down. And I can't say I agree or disagree with that because my children that I had them because I was like the other girl who said she built a man up. I was told that it don't matter where your man is in life, you are his helper. It takes a lot to break down a black woman's resilience to be building her man up. But if your man is telling you, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, and you're not listening to him saying he don't want to do that, don't leave him and tell the whole world he's a bad man because he didn't want to do what you told him to do. Maybe that wasn't for him. That's our issue. We're telling men what we want and what we think they need to do. You should go work this job because it pays you more. Maybe he's got something on the inside of him that's going to make y'all millionaires. And if you would just listen to him and do what he told you to do, your family wouldn't be broke up. You wouldn't have single families homes. I come from being adopted, raised on the street, homeless, went to church my whole life. I worked, had a man that didn't work. Now I'm in a situation where I got to listen to a man and he ain't wrong, even though he not my man. He's not wrong.
All right,
Hey,
so
I'm trying to
okay.
teach you something real quick, Truth. Hit your YouTube studio real quick. Go to your YouTube studio off the browser.
I
So
don't even know how I can do that.
so when you go to YouTube and look to the top right
Uh,
and click under your name, you'll see YouTube Studio.
okay. Let
You
me go.
see it?
Let me go. I'm about to go ahead now. Let me. And what?
You
And what
know
do you?
so what
What do
I'm doing
you?
is when people end their lives, they can redirect all their people to you as soon as they hit the end button. So my man's about to redirect 200 people into your live.
Okay. Where? So go to my YouTube studio.
Go to your YouTube Studio.
All right. Hold on. Let me see. YouTube Premium. Damn. I'm going through it over here for
So
some reason.
if you're on YouTube, you hit your name and under YouTube, you'll see YouTube Studio and Premium Benefits under it. If you scroll, when you hit your
Right.
icon, you see
Right.
that. Okay, hit YouTube Studio.
For some weird reason, I'm not logged in. Let me see. I'm not logged in, so I'm gonna have to log in my joint. But y'all can keep talking. I'm about to literally.
Log in real quick.
Yeah, I'm about to log in there now.
Because
Y'all
you
good.
want this so when people end their lives, multiple people can redirect their people to you.
Okay,
But
so
Bior and Miss Rebecca, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is I wish, and I'm training my daughters to be able to discern what information they need to take in, but be able to take in the information. That's what the issue is. We can't even take nothing in.
And it's demonstrated how severe it is in our community. You can say the same stuff we say. I'm on TikTok, I'm on IG, and the woman would literally listen to the woman say it, but they won't listen to the men say it. They'll bash the men for saying it, for saying things that, like, women that came up here and admit that it's hard for men to tell the truth and the pressure they get from telling the truth. And it forces men to just lie and tell women what they want to hear because they don't want to hear the truth. But it's just like the white man who can tell the white man about black issues, but they don't want to hear the same thing that comes out of black man's mouth. So our sisters have become that way because they might have ran into mothers that always invalidated the man and say, only respect me, don't respect no man, respect me. So a lot of sisters still operate that way because they never see no other way, where they'll only listen to what come out of woman's mouth, but they won't listen to what come out of man's mouth. And that's on the surface. They may listen to you right now, but they'll go right back and do the same thing because they have a whole lot of other women who will tell you to do what they do instead of doing what the pick me tells them to
okay,
do.
I'm
Or
in
the
there.
right.
YouTube.
Okay. So
YouTube.
go on the left side. You see dashboard content. Go to the bottom and hit settings.
Okay, I'm down at the bottom. I'm hitting settings. All right, talk to me.
Hit community moderation.
Okay, hit the community moderation.
Yep. Go to user management.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
Go all the way to the bottom and say all channels can redirect to my content and press
Cool.
save.
That's what I just did. All right, we lock and loaded. All right,
Okay.
cool.
I'll tell them.
All righty.
Okay, he did it. Hold on, let me tell him he did it. So
Okay.
it should be 217 people should be flying.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's see what happened.
I can't even get the fuck back.
And again, I don't want, y'all already know truth, but I don't want to come off as the man who don't care very much about their women. I'm with my woman. I'm with the biological children of my woman as well too. The very last thing that I'm gonna do is let our relationship break up. She gonna have to leave my relationship. So we can talk about alphas and betas too. And I'm being dead up. And there's times that our relationship ain't perfect, but as long as I have a woman that's getting up every single day to try to work on herself, because the things she went through as well too, I'm not going to let my woman go, especially for my children, when we got the same DNA that's sitting in front of us. That's the thing too. Like that, our children got our DNA in it. How can I look at something that has her DNA and my DNA and walk away from it? You get what I'm saying? And it's taught in society for us to walk away from each other. But that's why we have so much dysfunction, because you're not supposed to be separated from the person you had a child with. That's your DNA. And then when you try to take it to another man, the man is already there for you. He's not, and no disrespect to nobody who has stepdaddies, a man come in your life, but he can never be 100% the father of them children because it's not his children. And then he can't do the same thing that a father would do. Whereas, and I'm not even promoting polygamy, but if I have all of you as my women, I can discipline those kids. That's why it works in a different way. I can discipline those kids. You ain't got to worry about disciplining those kids. And then women can help each other as well too. But I'm not pushing polygamy. I'm just giving a different nature of it. But the main thing is that when our sisters want to show love to a man, they cooperate with that man. That's the greatest thing you can do. No matter all the mistakes you've made, you still have this way where women can be redeemed. There's a possibility that women can be redeemed. What's up, Modern Renaissance? What's up, my brother? There's a way women can be redeemed. But if you cooperate with that man, you show you love him because you listen to him. And the way we show we love you is that we try our best to take care of you and give our all to you. So until sisters truly cooperate with their man and listen to their man, they can demonstrate they don't love him. And if you have a son that watches that, you devalue him, you emasculate him, and you empower your daughters as well too. But in reality, you destroy her too, because she has no man to lead her. She has no man at home with her. She has no man to give her coverage. Both the kids ends up being in disorder. And then we have to push things that's wrong for the community to feel good about ourselves. And we validate all the wrong things about ourselves. So I'm still the brother that still can speak on our sisters, can still speak on our community, but I still want to empower our community. I'm not here to down our community. And sometimes the truth can come out as harsh, but I want to still be the brother, the father figure, the cousin, the uncle in my community. I still love my sisters. I'm not going to let my sisters get exploited or my people get exploited, especially when everybody rock with each other. But I can simultaneously tell my society and my people what's wrong with us. And we're making progress in this society, but it's our relationships that are struggling. It's the breakup between a man and woman and us picking ourselves because we have so much dysfunction in our relationships. But black men and black women are making strides, but it's in our relationships that we're struggling. Well, did it work? Did he do it? Did he already do it? Modern Renaissance. How you doing, family?
Doing good, man. Been watching you all day, Ali, while I was doing some documentation. Y'all hear me pretty good?
Yes, so I'm trying to do God's work, my brother.
I see. And a few of my subs told me about Truth Hurts, and I watched him a few times, and I just been watching y'all cook all day long, man. It's been a really intriguing and learning conversations that's been going on thus far. But man, it's a lot of stuff that you guys have been saying throughout this whole conversation. I've been listening the whole entire time. I've been liking it. And I think one of the best things that we're doing right now is actually being able to display what you're seeing on these panels right now. And, you know, Ali, you know my story and you know what I'm about already as it is. And right now, I would say a great example of a lot of things you guys are talking about right now is actually what's going on with one of my sons, my oldest one right now. He's 23. He got his own place, doing his own thing. He got a girl, right? And one thing that became a shock to her is the fact that she's been vetted by me. Right? Blowing her mind. So the reason I say that is this: the way I raise my sons is that I am the king of this dynasty, right? I'm the king of this dynasty. Any woman that wants to be with one of my princes, because she may serve as a possible princess, she's going to have to fall in line with this dynasty that I have set. If she don't want to fall in line with this dynasty that I have set right here, she's not going to be qualified for it, right? So my sons already know how I raised them biblically, things like that of the sort. I met her, had a nice long conversation with her, and I'm continuously vetting her right now to what I expect in this kingdom. And my son already know how to conduct himself as a man, but it's just having that extra reinforcement behind it of saying these are the expectations, because y'all are heard the notion, you know, when you marry somebody, you marry into that family. So if she marry into this dynasty that I already have set, these are going to be the expectations. Now, I'm going to vet you because I'm going to see, and I'm going to be meticulous. I'm going to be very calculated to see if you are going to live up to those things. If not, ma'am, I mean, my son might be like, Dad, Brian, I've taught you this your whole entire life. And if this is not the route that this is going to be going, nothing is about to get in here and disrupt this. You see that me and your mom is getting ready going. We're getting ready to hit 25 years of being married. There's a reason why that is, you know. So one of the things that I know that y'all talked about earlier as well, and I'll land the plane here in a second, is that the reason why I think there's so many issues that's going on with when we say our men are our black men, and it is, and people don't want to swallow the hard pill. I had to confront my own mom about this, is because we were raised by single mothers. The only way I know how to react to a situation is being reactive like she was. The only way I know how to do certain things and move in certain ways, because that's all I've ever seen. And thank God that I got put in my preteen years around a whole lot of other men, whether it's my taekwondo instructor, my coach, after school program, Keith Anderson, men in my church, Dr. Beckton, who got me into medicine, things like that. Thank God for that, because otherwise I think that I would be having the same sort of issues. I don't know how to conduct myself as this man or masculine man that's ready to lead a woman, because all I'm used to is being led by a woman. Then you go into churches full of a bunch of women that as well. People being led by women. You see women preach. It's a lot of stuff. So it's already like you coming out with a precondition to be led by a woman. And if any man come and try to check you and try to push into your manhood, now you will buck up to them before you would that woman, because you're used to the insect queen bee mentality is what I call it. And
well, and you're absolutely right, brother. Can you give us your diet plan to make us, to let us know how you look like you 22 still? Like what you eating, what you doing, what's the regimen? It looked like you got younger since the last time I saw you on the Renaissance. So what can you tell the people, the great people, what regimen you following, what schedule you following, and what you eating to make yourself look like you 23, going on 22?
I literally eat. I eat once a day. I eat once a day, and I don't eat till like 8, 9 o'clock at night. Of course, I stay on my water, whatever, and man, I try to stay as natural as possible. Most of the stuff that I eat is going to be raw. I hardly eat anything that's going to be processed or out of a box. If it didn't come from the ground, I usually don't touch it. I tell people I eat 80% good and 20% bad. It's what I do. I do eat out sometimes, but it's not a every time thing. I stay in the gym, whatever, with my sons, whatever. And yeah, actually, I don't think it's really hard to understand it. I mean, everybody got this information at the tip of their hands right now. So
Well, you need to put that out. Does 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 it include a lot of fruits and vegetables?
Absolutely. And
Okay.
most of them I eat, and like I said, most of it, if I can, I eat it completely raw. If not, I eat it steamed to where it still got some crunch to it. And meat, mainly meats, and with that meat is basically seasoned lightly, nothing real crazy. But again, if it didn't come from the ground, 80% of the time, I'm not eating it. So I know everything comes from the ground, but y'all know what I mean, like the macaroni and cheese stuff all the time. Those typical household black meals, you know. Matter of fact, when I was going through med school, that's one of the things that came up is that we had to, I have to show y'all, if I have it in, I can show y'all where I actually got featured in our school journal, because I kind of came up with my own medical theory as to why they say, you know, what runs rapid among black people is high blood pressure and diabetes. And it's because they try to say it's a genetic thing. It's a genetic thing. Well, my great grandma had it, my great grandfather had it, my grandmother had it, my grandfather had it, my mom had it. And how come I don't? My brothers got it. How come I don't? Well, I don't eat the Southern. Y'all know I'm talking about, the Southern black, everything seasoned, everything salted, everything sugar, everything super sweet, everything 2-3 cups in the Kool-Aid. I don't eat that way. So then I was told that I got lucky. No, that's not it. It's not it. It's not that it's a hereditary thing. What it is when it comes to diabetes and high blood pressure is always going to come down to your diet and what you put in your body. We went through med school and they let us know right from the jump, the minute you start treating the patient, is this. The first thing we want to know is what you've been putting in your body. Why? It's the reason why you're sick.
Right. Right. You're absolutely right. Fantastic, man. What's going on?
What's going on? Fantastic. Pearl didn't let us in, huh?
Yo, what up, man? Sorry, everybody in the building, man. What's going on?
What you mean she ain't let y'all in?
Yeah, nah, she was doing all that crazy rhetoric in the chat. We was letting her have it. MRM asked her for the link and she ignored it. So, you know,
when was this? When was this?
When she got your thumb, when she got the thumbnail wrong, she put Angry Man up there instead of you. I told her not all black men look like.
Ain't that crazy, man? Yo, it's crazy. Y'all see she on Lapeef right now.
Oh, is she? No, I didn't know.
Yeah, they set up the show we were supposed to do on our show, but I hope they getting her, because it's crazy. Like, she blatantly doing that stuff, man. It ain't no more guessing or second handing. You know what I'm saying? But what you got on the topic, my Mr. Fantastic, from what you heard, my brother?
I just pulled up, man. Like I said, an alpha female. I think an alpha female is non-existent. It's more penis envy and just a cry for help for a woman that don't know how to be a woman, so she claims she know how to be a man. There's a certain female in YouTube that did that. I ain't gonna say her name, but you know, she has this very, very poor depiction of what males are, and so she cosplays as that, and that's her poor understanding of what masculinity is. So she puts on a backwards hat, and
you talking about the one, since you don't want to name call, I respect that too. You talking about the one that's still married?
Yeah, still married to a man going through a divorce, but like women allegedly. So yeah.
But
yeah,
then
man,
said not to trust women anymore because she dated a woman.
Yeah, who said men were incapable of love, but now she know women are full of bullshit because she got screwed over by a woman allegedly.
That's deep. Y'all guessing, ain't y'all? Y'all want to?
Yeah, my mind just
look in the chat.
Oh, hold on. Let me see. Let me look
in the chat. Y'all see?
I'm looking
for
Cinderella.
Oh,
I don't even know anybody by that name. So now that we here, now that we've taken a shift, Mr. Fantastic, modern Renaissance man, we got T in the chat, BR Truth in the chat, Rebecca Williams in the chat. I see that we all have strong opinions, and I'm actually a fan of strong opinions. And so I have a couple of questions or whatever, just to switch gears a little bit, or whatever the case may be, just to see how you fellas feel, and then we'll let the ladies go. So we'll let the men go first, and then we'll let the ladies chime in. So there's a phrase that's going around that these women are saying that black men are intimidated by successful women. And when you hear that, I just would like to know what comes to mind when you hear that men are intimidated by a woman's success.
A poor attempt at comedy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Are the men done?
Hey,
I'm
modern
not sure,
Renaissance.
but we'll.
What's your answer, my brother?
uh certain kind of men are intimidated by, I guess, these unicorn women, I guess.
Right. So women said that they would like to, they don't want to deal with no beta men, but somehow end up with beta men. It's not the fact that men are intimidated by these women. They don't want to deal with the behaviors that come with these women. The lack of support that comes with these women, the lack of femininity that comes with this women, the lack of love that we saw earlier that comes from these women. They're too busy pushing themselves, investing themselves, and leading themselves in a whole different direction than other than investing in a man and her children. So it's not the fact that men are intimidated by successful women. It's a lot of times when women are successful, they don't use that success and invest it back in their family. Where men get success and they take care of women and children, a lot of women become successful and take care of themselves. So it's not that they're intimidated. They don't want to deal with the woman who's not working on them as much as she's working on herself.
Wow. My take in it is usually when I see a woman that says things like this, I don't think that she actually takes a step back and recognizes that it's not the accomplishments that they're intimidated by. She's just unattractive. I see a lot of unattractive women that have success. They have money, they have the job, they have the career, they may even have the body, but the face is not up to par. And I don't think that these men are intimidated by you. I think that you're just unattractive. There's a famous comedian, and I won't name drop, but she's visually disadvantaged. And
Or her initials LJ.
yes, and she's visually disadvantaged. And she was basically like, I don't understand why a man wouldn't want me because bring the table. I am the table. And um, what good is the table that you have if nobody wants to dine at it? And that would
Yeah, nobody
literally
want to
be,
even sit there. Just set the
yeah,
table on fire.
absolutely. So that's how I feel. How do the ladies? Does anybody feel any way about that? Yep.
Yo, can I, before y'all answer that, yo, I having deja vu like a mug right now, yo. Like I
Okay.
seen this before. I'm sorry, this is random, but this is crazy. No, my bad, yo. Hey Trey, I'm gonna talk about this. Is crazy. Like I seen this before, but that's crazy. Y'all ever have deja? No, never mind. My bad. I apologize, but this is like really blew my mind right now. Like I seen this before. My bad. Like truth, you right there. Trey was right there. Fantastic was right there, and the ladies were right there. Modern was right there, but I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Yo, that was crazy the way it felt. My bad, though. That was random. Sorry about that. I go get help.
What do you mean? What about Dr. Cheyenne Bryant? Oh, my fault. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
Yeah,
Not all ladies at one
I've
time.
I've heard that from certain women before. I personally never have had an issue, and I kind of agree with Truth on there's a certain type of woman who says that, and I do think the whole high value has come into play, and people put values on things that actually aren't values or positive characteristics. And I think that's where it comes at. What you value yourself as has to be on something that's a value, like morally value, and I think too many people, men or women, don't place their, value on that, who they are on the inside, characteristics. Beauty fades, muscles fade, money can come and go if you're not a moral, righteous person, if you're not a person of good character, if you're not a good friend, what's that gonna mean?
So
So I
I have a
personally,
question for you.
hmm
So so I always hear women throw around high value man or high value woman. And so my question to you would be, what makes a woman high value?
I well, me as a believer in the Bible, I'm gonna go
So
with
keep the Bible out of it just for 1 second. I just want
I
to ask
never can.
you,
What
right?
the Bible's in me, I
Listen, but
can't
hold
keep
on,
it out.
right? No, well, the Bible was in you. You probably have digestive issues, right? Um, I want you to just answer me straight laced. Like you can put the Bible just aside for just 1 second. What is okay? Cool. You know what? You want the Bible in you? Cool.
Thank you.
Give me the definition of a high value woman.
I'm gonna go with yeah, it goes around, right? The love is patient,
Oh
love
my
is kind.
God.
No, listen, love is patient, love is kind, it's long suffering, it doesn't boast, it doesn't brag, it keeps no record of wrong, right? I think that's a high value person. And that really applies to women and men, right? If you're not patient, if you're not kind, if you're not long suffering, if you are boastful and you're prideful, that's going to bring your value down. If you're humble, if you're caring, if you're committed, if you're motivated, if you are wise, that makes you
Mm.
a high value person, right?
Got a
If you're
question for you.
hardworking, that makes you
So
a high value woman.
if I'm a hardworking,
Mhm.
ambitious, honest, straightforward kid toucher, would I still be high value? If I'm everything
Well,
that you name, but I touch kids on the side, I do
I
everything
said
that you
kind.
name.
Wait, I said kindness, and it's
I
not
touch them
kind to touch
kindly. I
children.
touch them kindly. I'm polite in the
You,
way that I touch.
that's not
How
being
about
kind.
this? Okay, so if I'm everything that you just described, but I'm a whore, I kindly sleep with men freely, would I still be a high value woman?
Are you lying about sleeping
No,
with a
I'm
lot of men?
upfront and listen. I'm upfront about it. I sleep with any man that I come in contact with, and I'm honest and I'm forthcoming and I'm ambitious in the men that I conquer.
Well, no, because by the biblical definition, whoredom is not going to make you high value, whether you're a
So,
man or a woman.
so it is safe to say that you cannot be a whore and be high value.
No, I will not place
Mm.
any person who's a whore at high value, and the reason why for me is because that makes you unsafe, right?
Hmm.
Because the only STDs, right? I had this conversation with a friend about HPV. So I'm gonna give you a little background research. That's why modern Renaissance man, when you started talking about medicine, I do research, right, for a living. HPV is transmittable, right, through mostly sexual contact. It is not protectable with a condom. You like transferring HPV, using a condom is not going to stop that because it's sexually transmittable. So HPV is some of the leading causes of genital warts. It's the leading cause of certain cervical cancers and all that, right? You being a whore, transferring certain things, and we good on a spiritual level, you still transferring spirits no matter how many condoms you got. So no, you're not patience,
Okay.
kindness, righteous. You're not
I like
safe.
that. You brought the Bible. I got a better question for you, right? And then
Okay.
I'm done, guys. So can you be a high value person and be fat?
That means you lack discipline. Or, well, I
Can
will
you
actually
no?
preface that.
Can you
Wait,
be a
no, wait,
high
hold on.
value person and be fat?
Listen, there's
No,
there's
answer.
three reasons
Answer.
why. Wait, I'm going to answer
Let's
you, but I
not
have
talk
to
about
explain
health
something.
conditions. Let's not talk about
Yes or no?
thyroids.
Yes
Can you be a high
or
value
no?
person? Yes or no?
Yes, if you have a medical condition. If not, that means that your fatness is due to, if you don't, let's just say no medical condition. That means you're either over consuming gluttony or you're lazy,
Which is
meaning
a
you're under
sin.
exercising if you're fat, right? That's just all that it comes down to. If you don't have a medical condition and you're fat, either you're not disciplined in the amount, you're gluttonous, right? You're eating too much for the amount of
Mhm.
calories you're burning, or you're lazy and you're not moving your body enough to burn those calories. So if you don't have a medical condition and you're fat, gluttony or laziness. And that doesn't go
So
into my addition to being high value.
is it safe to say that? So if you're fat, you're no good, pretty much. Like
I
that's one of
know
those
that
things.
not be hold on. Being of
Are you
high
disobeying
value,
God?
it
Are you disobeying God with gluttony though? Like if you
correct.
stuff
If
your
you're
fist.
lazy, that's a sin. If you're gluttonous, that's a sin. It literally
Okay,
talks in the
cool.
Bible not being either or.
I agree. I agree. I'm with you.
Your
I'm with
body is a temple. The temple of God had very specifications on how it was built and what it was to look like. If your body is a temple, then your temple needs to be in right standing order, like all those directions he gave that everybody skip in Leviticus and Deuteronomy about what the temple got to be like. We skip those directions too when it comes to taking care of ourselves.
you.
We
Okay,
skip right.
cool.
Oh, that's not important. Then why
Okay.
he dedicate chapters to how the temple was supposed to look?
Okay.
There's a scientist who shows that the human cell is akin to how the temple in the Bible was built, how there's an outside layer, the membranes, how everything, you can literally take that as a metaphor for human cells, a cell in your body, and apply it to how the temple is described in the Old Testament, and it equates to how a human cell is built.
Mm.
So when he says our body is a temple, it's not just a metaphor, it's a literal actuality. And if we don't
Ooh.
carry our bodies with the care that he described, that the Levites, like we're supposed to be a priesthood, right? A holy set apart nation according to the Bible. If you don't take care of your body the way the Levites were supposed to take care of the temple, it's going to break down. It's going to
May
be
I
of no
ask
use.
how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm 35.
Are you married, single? What's your
No, I'm
relationship
single.
status? Are you a virgin?
No.
Okay, I'm done.
Can I go back to the question of men being intimidated by women that make a lot of money?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, I know a very pretty girl who make a lots of money, and the way that men try to be there for her because she says, I don't need a man to pay that. I got that. I don't need a man for that. I got that. All I want a man for is that. And if he wants to, he got to marry me. And if he going to marry me, he got to make more money than me. It's not that they are what's the word that we used, intimidated. I don't think it's intimidation. I think it's they not going for it. You can't tell me you don't need me but you want me, and then you're not going to respect me, and then when I ask for respect I can go find it elsewhere, and then because you tell me to go find it elsewhere, now you mad and you say you just can't handle a woman with money or power. No, I think men are not intimidated by women with money. I think women want to show how much that they think that money can add value to them. But really, strength and honor should be what the lady can have and show forth. If their man is gone to a business trip, are you going to be able to hold it down and not give his stuff away? That comes to your temple. You know, if he can make money, but he got to stay away, we got to deal with people coming back from war and people have babies on them.
So that's another good thing you addressing. Are high value women loyal?
If they, I mean, we do have some women that are high value that are loyal, but because we got this ideology that when the man's away, I could do whatever I want, or he ain't
Mhm.
here right now, he ain't gonna find out. It's
Yeah,
too much
but
sneaky
don't go
stuff
too
going on.
fast. Let's work this down slow, right? If women
Hmm.
chose one man to live with for the rest of their life, and they actually supported each other by not allowing that man to cheat, because the women are the ones who's competing with each other. That's supporting the cheat culture. Wouldn't most of us have some high quality relationships if the women were really loyal? Because the truth is this: as much as women say they don't compete with each other, women like dealing with unavailable men. And she know this man got a woman, and she tries to take this woman away from her man. So if women were really truly loyal to each other and the community and men as much as they say they are, wouldn't we have better, strong foundation in relationships?
Yeah, we would, because you want to know what we wouldn't have? We wouldn't have Susie saying, Girl, Sally, I saw Jeffro talking to Rebecca in the grocery store. Maybe he was asking her to do Susie's hair, but because you want her man, you're sowing seeds of discord. We've got black, like you said, they compete. She want her man because that lady get to stay home and get to raise her kids. So I'm gonna go mess up that by planting the seed of discord, have her look at her man like he ain't nothing, and that's how they break up the family home. It's jealousy, it's animosity, it's envy, it's a lot of things. And what we need to learn how to do is filter through the BS. We got
Mm.
some women who care about our other black women. I had somebody in my life telling me, Girl, he's not faithful to you. But I come from the old time where as long as it's not interrupting my family, as long as he's not messing up, he could do whatever he a man. He gonna do whatever he want to do as long as he not breaking, as long as it's not coming to my front door. And I had a female telling me, Hey girl, everything you
But,
doing,
but
he don't care about you. I didn't listen. We got two sides. We got some black women who will warn, Hey, honey, maybe you need to be a little bit more vigilant about what you're doing and what you're not doing to your man because he's looking for it elsewhere. Some women will take that and take it as information to say, my man is seeking something outside of me and I need to up my game.
no,
Maybe.
but hold on, T. I don't hear men brag about how phenomenal their women are, even when they get them. So even if the woman manages to steal this woman's man away, she did all the things to get this man, but she typically doesn't do all it takes to maintain this guy and to keep him. I never hear brothers go, "Hey man, my woman cook every day. She be taking care of the house. She making love to me all." I'm not one, not
I wish I
one.
could call my child's father on the phone because
So
It's
that's what I'm at.
some out here, but they do it in the
But
work group.
hold on. I will hear men brag about all the things they do for their women, whether they beta, alpha, and men will brag about what their men do for women as well too. I'm like, dang, Martin, you taking care of your woman. Dang, fantastic, you holding down your lady. God dang, Blu-ray, you do all that for your women. We don't see women like being the best version of themselves for men, like giving herself, like giving everything, this true sacrifice. And so even if you do get this woman's man, you don't maintain them. So when our sisters end up being loyal to us, you'll have a better version of us because we can't help it. Like I remember the first time a woman made my bed and the way it made me feel. You know what I'm saying? I remember the first time a woman made my bath water the way it made me feel. I remember the first time I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, she making me a smoothie and egg sandwich. I know what that feels. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's the part of maintaining that. What like women to say, you need to keep doing the same thing you did when you got me, right? But a lot of sisters aren't standing behind that.
It's
The other
because
way.
we feel like we got it, and so it ain't going nowhere. And that's
Mm,
when we get the baby. After he loves the body right before it has the baby. That's why he want to put a baby
mhm.
in. What we got to remember is don't get so lost in the sauce of this new baby and da 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 da. That's where some women strive on self love, self care help books. But you got to know when to use it. After you had your baby, yeah, you need a rest. But you know how that man still wants it before that 6 weeks is up? If he sees his woman walking around, got her little stomach thing on, trying to lose the baby fat, all while playing, men like the appeal look. If you fat right now because you had a baby, it's going to make him want you more that he see you going, hey, baby, hold her or watch her. I'm going to go for a walk. Men want to
So
see their women doing something to keep it up.
so to the sisters, if a man stopped paying the bills, right? Brothers will probably be like, hey man, you should leave that brother. Not because he lost his job. He just ain't paying the bills, right? If a woman stops giving her or a man sex, especially when he wants it, shouldn't that be a deal breaker? Shouldn't that man leave her?
Who you asking?
The sisters.
Oh,
Oh, if she stopped giving him sex, why would
Now
she
you
do
T,
that?
you done answered it, T. Let
Why
them
would she stop
Rebecca
giving him
and
sex?
let
there are
Blair.
other
If it's
sisters.
after the baby, that's the
Can we
only
let
issue.
some other sisters answer?
Dior,
Hmm?
I'll let you take this one first, baby girl.
Should he leave? I mean, women giving your man sex is a part of the understanding. It's a part of the agreement.
So if she stops giving him sex, especially when he wants sex, because that's the most important time to give your man sex is when he want it, right? And when you probably don't feel like it, even though when it's like this, when y'all like wanting to go out, and I'm like, damn, I don't feel like going out. She want to go out tonight, but by the time we get out, I'll be like, you know what, babe, I'm happy you got us to go out. I felt like going out.
right.
It's the same way with y'all. Y'all know when y'all was young, hey man, just let me get the tip in.
Yeah.
Let me get like no, I don't feel like no, nah, just let me get the tip in. This one stroke, one. And once he's shoot, I'm in the mood now. So if women ain't giving a man consistent sex and not giving sex to their men when they don't feel like it too, isn't that a credence for the man to leave his woman? Isn't she being unfaithful? If he stopped dealing with all these other women to be monogamous to you and you're not having sex with them, aren't you putting yourself in a position where you should get cheated on or left?
No, I think you should. I don't think you just up and leave, but I think it is a conversation that needs to take place and try to figure out what's going on for sure. Now, if it's addressed and it's still, you don't get to the root, because normally it's a root cause. It's not, people just don't wake up and stop being whatever. Even if a man wakes up and says, I want to pay bills anymore, something happened. He's been triggered by something, especially if he paid bills in the beginning, or if he's always paid bills. All of a sudden he's not paying bills. If that's not like him, that's not his character, or that's not what attracted me to him originally, and that's not why we're together, and all of a sudden you wake up and say, you know what, I'm not paying the mortgage, I would feel like there's something that's happening. So addressing the issue would be the first.
So hold on real quick. Hey, brothers, typically when y'all come across other brothers, they typically the same person every single day, right?
For the most
Have
part.
y'all, as brothers that deal with women, even your woman, do you ever be like, damn, I wish she was the same person 3 days in a row?
24 years in, yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, of course.
Trey.
100%.
So dudes do the same single thing. All this, you know what, Blair, sisters be like, damn, he won't change. I can't get this nigga to change. Men want their woman to stay the same, but they're not the same person 3 days in a row. So they will wake up one day and be like, you know what? I don't feel like cooking. Can we eat out? You know what? I don't feel like having sex. Sorry. I'm not in the mood. I don't feel like it. So women will. There's no breaks that men can take inside their household. Hey, Bior, you know what's even crazier? If you make me mad today, I won't say you because I got a lady, right? If my woman make me mad, I mean mad today, I still want to beat the brakes off of her tonight. You get what I'm saying? Oh no, straight up. It'll make me even put more reason to beat the brakes off.
Right.
Like you gonna do that next time, right?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do that again, right? While you doing it, right? So shouldn't you still hold down your man even when you mad and still make sure that plate is on the table? Make sure you took care of the home. Make sure you mad at him, but you bent, you curl up a little certain position. Be like, he wanted it that night. You still, and then y'all be good in the morning, right?
Yeah, we should. I'm saying just leave though.
But
I'd
and then
like to
women,
hear. I'd like to hear from the Bible lady. What's her take? Because she like really dodged the question, and I would really like to hear what's your take, Miss Rebecca Williams. What does the
Okay.
good book say? What is?
Well, if you want to turn to us to the New Testament, now as a ex sinner myself, now let me give you some background. Right, I grew
Well,
up in
now
a
you're
church.
asking.
No, I'm gonna be honest, right? I grew up in a church, left and was like, some crazy stuff happened in church that made me never want to go back to church. Some crazy stuff that just never want to make me go back to church. I was like, you forget all of this, right? I grew
Mhm.
up, realized life. I decided, you know what? Let me try to be a real Christian, right? Because a lot of us wasn't real Christians at a young age. Let's be honest. We weren't following the book. You was just out here, right? So when I decided to be a real Christian and actually follow the words that I believed in the Bible, one of those things was about sex between a man and a wife. You were totally right. If a man and a wife are supposed to be having sex, the only time the Bible says to abstain from sex is during a period. If you're fasting and it has to be agreed upon between the wife and the husband. Other than that, you are supposed to come together, lest, to Ali's point, the enemy comes in and somebody's allowed to take your place, whether that be a man or a woman. Now, I do agree, though, that love is, and it's in the Bible, it says submit yourselves one to the other, right? If your woman wants to go out, like Ali said, yeah, you don't want to go out, but you still taking your woman out, and you know that that's her love language is quality time. If your man's love language is physical touch and you not massaging his back, you're not rubbing his feet, you're not holding hands, you're not cuddling, you're not feeding into his love languages, and yet he's always taking you out, you're wrong as a woman, because you're not showing love is patient, love is kind, it's long suffering. Like you got to be able to give and take, if you know what I'm saying. And so for me, yeah, that's definitely got to be something that you do within bounds, like of even when you don't feel like it. I don't feel like going to work some days, but I value that check.
I
I
have a.
value it.
I got a question, and
Mhm.
not to be too intrusive.
You go
How
ahead
long
and
have
intrude.
How long have you not? How long have you been a real Christian? Like when did that become a?
A little over 6 years.
Okay, so around like 29, you decided to give it to God, and
Correct.
and so with those new beliefs, did those
Mhm.
new beliefs come with new standards?
Yes.
Okay, no, just that's it. I'll
Well,
rest my case.
yeah. They absolutely did come with new standards.
But you're not a new person physically though. Like whatever you were or whatever you've done, that was still there. But because the belief
Of course.
system is new, the standard is okay.
Correct. The standard is now based on the Bible because that's what I've decided to walk out.
Right. Okay.
What
No,
what
I
makes
just
so because Truth asked you that. That's a very great question. I see a lot
Mhm.
of sisters that hide behind therapy and God, but they
Mhm.
still really haven't changed. What separates you from the old version of you with this new Christian version of the woman? Because a lot of women, that's their new repackaging deals. They go to church
Mhm.
and all they just this holy woman and this woman who's sanctified, and they just a different woman, way
Mhm.
different woman than this woman they was in the past. What makes you so different than the woman you were before? This with this new Christian woman.
No, that's actually a really valid question. So for me, it was I stopped cussing. I stopped getting drunk. I stopped, doing a lot of things that I used to do.
I'm sorry.
Of
I
course, sex was
apologize.
wait,
I
sex.
respectfully no no real quick. I respect that's my
Okay.
fault. That it benefits a man. What have you changed now to where you can that you have greater value for a man now that you submitted to God and the Christian? Like what makes you a better woman for a man? Not cussing, and not for yourself, for somebody else.
No, and so let's just go with cussing, right? if we really look at what it is, a curse is a curse word. When you speak, life and death is in the power of the tongue. Me stop cursing at a man and learning to speak life, not just to a man, but to everybody. Why would I curse something when I know that life and death is in the power of the tongue? So me knowing how to not diminish somebody with my words, right? Not just cursing, but that I stopped it. Why? Because I really started to believe you will have what you say. So I stopped cursing at people, right? Stopping drinking, that was just, being all over the place and all of that. So now I conduct myself in a certain way. I still drink. I know my limits. I will not get drunk, right? I'll have a glass of wine, right? Or one drink. I won't keep going, right? I can have one with my dinner or something like that, but it ain't gonna be, I'm not getting drunk anymore. I also learned to be more patient and kind. That practice is out. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and really understanding, listening to them, understanding what they need from me at that time. When my nephew or my niece says, I just need you to listen to me, knowing to do that, right? And I need you to give me advice, knowing to do that. As a woman, we're created to multiply, right? Really understanding what that means and how that I wasn't worried about that, right? Being a team player. I was raised to be a team player in my immediate family. Oh yeah, we got to come up, right? My cousin, my grandpa always owned a business, and knowing that aspect, understanding what that's like in a relationship and in a symbiotic friendship as well. Learning to be a friend. See, a lot of people got to twist it. The Bible says who can find a friend, right? It don't say who can find a wife or a husband. If you don't know how to be a friend and a good friend, you can't be a good significant other to anybody, whether you're a man or a woman. Really learning, and now I have solid friendships I would stake my life on. Like, I mean, stake it on, and learning how to be a friend to men and to women and what they need.
So
So I have a
I'm
question.
actually. Oh, hold on. She didn't
Okay.
answer my question
Yes,
at
at
all.
all, but at all, but you're
So
right. You're right. I'm
women
sorry.
are professional. Say a lot, but don't answer the question. People, not saying that's you. I'm just saying women are professionals. I ask them a question, and they'll write a book about what we didn't ask, right? So again, what are you different than the women you previously were that benefits a man, not yourself? All you're saying to me is you become a better quality individual for society. That's what you've done. So what have you done now differently and transition to as a Christian woman that benefits a man?
I've learned how to speak with patience and kindness for a man. I've learned how to, well, I always knew how to cook, that I could tear down the kitchen, okay? But understanding, put myself on a regimen so that when I do have a husband and I do have children, it's easier to maintain those things. I've increased, like, what I mean, my discernment for certain things, learning businesses and stuff like that for a man. Why? Because if you're created to build, you're created to help multiply. There's certain aspects, how to manage a household, how to manage a budget, how to manage kids, how to manage myself, how to manage my attitudes, how to pray instead of complaining. Like, this is the thing. Becoming a better Christian, becoming a better person is always going to translate to being a better wife, right? I look at the biblical definitions of a wife. I look at Proverbs 31. I look at what Paul says about a wife being submissive to your husband, one husband, the one you married to, right? Being submissive to a husband. Learning how to speak in kindness. Like I said, even having the mindset of it's okay if I'm tired, I can still push through. As much as I value my paycheck, I value my family. When I get a significant other, I have to learn to value that too. And that really just came from changing my lifestyle. I didn't value those things before.
I have a question, and I'm so sorry, Ali, and we still didn't really get a great answer, but we'll take the one that we got. My question would be, what happened to make you want to go the other route?
Seeing the world get crazier and crazier, and understanding that the way that I grew up, right? The way that I grew up, I had devalued it because of some crazy experiences and some things that happened, and realizing that people can fail, but God never fails, and not putting the failures of a person, even though they're in the leadership of a church, on God. That
But we're
person is separated.
speaking, but we're speaking in third person or like third party now.
That's
What?
why that's what made me do it. Really, it was literally just growing up and seeing, like, you know what? I started watching online churches, right? Because I wasn't really going to church and all of that stuff. I was
Because
like,
you said
yeah,
some foul stuff happened in the church when you were younger. It kind of made you look at church differently.
correct.
So what happened to you personally? Because no one, like, let me explain something to you. I'm going to teach you a little bit about life. If life is going perfect, if everything that I'm trying is going my way, if it's not broke, then I'm not trying to fix it, right? Like, let's just say whatever I was doing my whole life got me famous, rich, married, beautiful children. I'm not going to sit down one day and say, I wonder, right? I'm in heaven. I wonder how hell feels. I'm not going to switch up what I got going on. So, what pivotal moment in your life at 29 years of age made you say, I'm giving my life? Like, what happened?
Literally nothing. I
Oh,
got a let me tell you, ready? In
Hold on. You did say
2019,
earlier. Hold on, real quick. You said nothing, right? Hold on. Were you outside before you came back inside?
I was outside. I
Okay,
wasn't
so
wild
why?
and out.
So
I mean,
okay,
I was dating.
so then if you date a man now, he'd have to wait, right?
Yeah,
Why should he
because
bullshit.
wait? So
I
why
changed
should
my
Bullshit.
standards in
so now that your
2019 to
standards
be God's standards.
so now that your standards have went up, but someone has already had access to you. I don't know if it's one, two. I don't know. I'm not gonna
Hmm.
go too. Why should somebody wait? Because you say you got your standards up now.
They're not waiting because of me. They're waiting because of God. So it's not. They're not living up to my standards. I'm looking for someone who's living up to God's standards, and I'm not trying to find a man who's going to comply with me. If he's a Christian man, he's going to be waiting himself because of God, not
Okay, but
because of
why,
me.
okay, so let's say God told him to, and before you told him to, why should he wait?
Be because of Jesus. That's why he's
You
waiting.
said
It's
God
because of
already.
God.
So it's the Holy Trinity. Are they one or two? How many people is God Jesus or Jesus God or is this God and Jesus?
Jesus
You
is
want me to?
Godhead. Jesus.
I thought it was a
Okay,
Holy
we going to
Trinity.
talk
So I
about the
was
Holy
like,
Trinity?
no, I thought they were one. So why'd you bring up Jesus? So if God told you to, if God is because of
So
God,
God wants me to
why?
wait for
Well,
some sinful coochie.
let me
God wants me to
specify
wait
why
for some
I bring
devilish
up
coochie.
Jesus.
Mhm.
Let me specify
No,
why
no,
I
no,
bring
I
up
don't want you
Jesus.
to specify. I don't know. No, I don't want you to specify.
Okay.
Why should he wait? Because God and Jesus told him to. Like you're saying, God and Jesus, because of God and Jesus. Why should he wait?
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not understanding your question.
Okay, for instance,
God bless her. God bless her. God bless her. I had all I could take. I'm sorry. um, I'm an advocate for women. I love y'all. But this is the delusion that we talk about. All her answers were very evasive. She could not answer a sentence, anything head on, right? And so now we're kind of looking at you a little sideways. Because is it a sin to lie? I'm not really familiar. I'm not really that. Like, is lying or bending the truth? Is that a sin in any? But anyway,
Yes, it's just lying.
oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, listen, I'm not, but anyway, whew. Rose, welcome to the chat. Marianne, welcome to the chat. Blu-ray, nice robe. T, what's up? Ali, what's up? If you guys would like to say anything, you're more than welcome.
I would like to say something, man. Y'all hit the cash app, hit the super chat, give the brother some memberships, please. If y'all rocking with the brother, if y'all supporting the brothers, support the memberships, support the super chat, man. Bless the brother, man, for giving you content that you are not gonna find in a lot of different places, man. Make sure you support the content creators who are bringing you actual conversations, raw conversations, intentional conversations, conversations that make you uncomfortable, conversations that's gonna make you mad, but you be like, damn, I can't stand what he said, but I'm gonna go back to listen to him again because I did learn something. You learn when someone makes you uncomfortable, and I'm not talking about in a violent or disrespectful way. I'm talking in a way that makes you think and made you think about something you probably never thought about that they need to correct. Maybe you ain't eating right and you got upset because somebody said you got to eat right. Maybe you 500 pounds and you need to lose some weight. You know, maybe you don't speak correctly. Maybe you don't know how to process information. There's things that you need. Maybe you need to work on your left hand layup in the spin move. You know what I'm saying? Get to the next level. So there's things that people will tell you that you know you need to do that's going to make you uncomfortable versus the people that tell you what you want to hear and you stay stagnant. So if you have those type of conversations and you know it's hard for people to tell the truth because people get pressure from it, you should respect the people that had the courage to tell you the truth. Because you know why? Because the truth hurts.
That's a
But then
fact.
it makes you whole again, though.
Hey, how you doing, Truth? I know this your platform, so I wanted to at least speak because I leave my brother, so I leave one that told me I need to pull up.
Okay, appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in.
I really appreciate you, man.
I sure
Love.
did.
Yeah, shout out to everyone else. I know I'm not familiar with y'all. Y'all probably not familiar with, but I want to speak. But the young lady that just got off, and I can respect anybody's conviction as far as their religion, because there's different people that have different convictions in different religions. So I never disrespect somebody at a season that they're in. But I did want to, and I don't know if she's listening or if she just dropped off. Because I remember a story about a young lady. This is a true story about a young lady that she waited until after marriage before her husband had sex. And I can remember that after they were married, and she said he was a great provider, great man. I'm talking about every box he checked off. But when it comes to intercourse, he struggled in that area. So I just wanted to present to the young lady that if possible, you did wait to marriage and you met your husband and then he didn't please you, would you stay faithful? Because this lady I thought was a wholesome lady. And she was actually thinking about contemplating on cheating on her husband because she was just saying, hey, that I can't do it. He doesn't please me. But she followed the Bible to the T in reference to no sex before marriage. So I just wanted to know how would she handle a situation if that situation was presented to her if she waited to marriage and her husband didn't please her.
Oop, there she is.
Well, I honestly believe that pleasure is a two-way street. And as a woman, if you have had sexual experiences before, you have to know what pleasures you, right? If you're just going there having sex, doing whatever someone wants you to do, and you've
Hold on,
actually had
Rebecca,
sex
Rebecca,
before,
Rebecca, Rebecca. You can't do that again. So, Rebecca, he asked you what you're gonna do if he can't please you. What you're doing every time, what the brother says, you deviating and derailing from the question, and you're running away often to another world of fantasy called Rebecca. You can't keep doing that. What he asked you is, what would you do after all these men that you dealt with? One of them probably pleased you, and you get to a man because you went through these men that can't please you, but he's a great man. What you gonna do if he can't please you,
Oh,
even though he's a great man? You
okay,
gonna add that caveat too, Trey?
hold
I'm
on real
not
quick.
one.
Hold on real quick. So
Go
watch
ahead.
this. I have a sister and she told me I don't deal with men. When I played sports in high school, I went home and took a shower. I didn't stay to look at a whole bunch of men in the shower. So I heard from my understanding, one of my sisters told me she encountered a man that just God didn't just give him the tools. So there was no way for her to be pleased. She told me that he can't please me on no level. So again, if you run across a situation where you encounter a man who cannot please you physically, sexually, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stay committed and faithful to that man, or you just gonna I already know the answer you're gonna say he can just give me head, or he can just give you get head for the rest of your life. Like you can sit here and act like that's gonna satisfy you, and that's fine. But we want to know.
Oh, definitely staying committed. I'm not getting divorced from someone because we're not sexually compatible at that moment. But I also believe sexual compatibility is something that you have to work at. It's not just automatic. You have to learn what the person likes. They have to learn what you like. You have to be able to explore different things with your partner. You know what I'm saying? And be able to really learn each other. And so I wouldn't leave my marriage. I'd work at it just like with anything.
Okay.
So I sorry, T. I'm so sorry. And I use so I don't know if you heard what he said clearly. So let me reiterate. There is no working on this. He just does he is not equipped to please you. It doesn't matter if you teach him, it doesn't matter if you give him a manual, it doesn't matter if you incorporate a rose. He is just not capable of pleasure. There's no fixing this broken man. What is at that point? What is you? Because you're 35, so you get married tomorrow. You're married to him till you're 80. Do you stay committed in this relationship with 45 years of unsatisfaction?
Yes.
Okay, cool, cool. Amen.
I uh Miss Rebecca, is that really true though? Miss Rebecca.
Yes.
So
It's
if you
true.
don't miss like how you gonna have kids? Like these are conversations. Like if he can't please you, he can't plant a seed.
Lord.
If he
That's not
can't
true.
please, well, you're gonna like go to the doctor. That costs a lot of
No,
money.
wait. I'm sorry. When
No
you say he can't please
pleasuring
you,
and
can we talk
Nah, he
really
ain't planting seed. He
candidly?
planting seed
Wait,
now.
unfortunately,
Okay,
there's
look,
plenty
I
men.
was married. Look, I was married from the time I was 19 until that time I was 29. Okay. And
Mhm.
I got married like 3 months, like fresh out of high school type deal. Like fresh out of high school. The Bible said marry young and have lots of kids. So I tried my best. Okay. I never knew that my body could do stuff until I just
Hold
had
on,
this
Martin.
baby.
Hold on, Martin.
Come on now, like there are certain things that, or you'll be like these single mothers running around screaming at their kids.
Why?
Like it, okay, because sexual frustration and sexual tension is a real thing. If you've already experienced sex, that and you go without it. I went without sex for 3 years trying to wait for my husband to get his life back together, and then
Mhm.
I had to tell the pastor, how do you control this thing? The Bible scriptures is not teaching me correctly. Like realistically, your body has needs. You can't just say I'm gonna be married to a man and he come on.
No,
Cause
you really can. And unfortunately, people do it every day. There are people out there whose men have had heart attacks and they're now impotent. There's people who their men have been paralyzed
no,
and
no,
they're
no.
now
That's
impotent.
because they got it at first. They knew what he was like. We're saying you never get to get nothing. You just married, you contract. I've been in a marriage contract and never got nothing. Didn't even know my body part actually could work. Like realistically, not somebody who was married to their man and then their heart stopped working. You just never got it. Like, come on now. This is probably why marriages fail because people go in with these fake ideologies that they can deal with certain things that really.
What you got to say, Martin?
No, I was gonna add in there, and yeah, you don't have to have pleasure in order to get pregnant or nothing like that. To have a baby.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was married and I had one baby and then twins. And I never even knew, excuse me, that water could come from my vagina. I was 30 when I found that out. But I had already had twins. I had already had another baby. Had 3 babies within 18 months.
Right. I guess what I'm getting at though is that the whole thing was about pleasuring. The whole I guess conversation was about being pleased. So I was just saying that even if a woman, even if her nerve endings didn't work in her vagina canal, she still could get pregnant and have kids.
Yeah, because you admitted that you still had kids even though your nerve endings weren't working.
I mean, mine is
Well, they
not that
weren't.
they
They
weren't
weren't. They
working.
weren't getting work. They
They
weren't
weren't
getting
getting
work.
activated. So that's what I'm saying. How if I have lived that life of not being pleased.
Did you like that? Did you like? Did you love your ex-husband?
Oh, I loved him. I still won't put him on child support. I still pray for him every day. But realistically, I didn't even know I wasn't getting pleased because I come from a biblical standpoint. Like my Bible right here. I came from it don't matter what he can't do. I'ma support him. But that didn't help me. That made
So why
me
did y'all?
not.
Why did y'all end up divorcing?
Oh, I had to divorce because it got physical. I became a little successful and was like, hey, my success, I'm taking you with me. I don't care what you're talking about. You can live in a house too, even though I'm buying it and you didn't want to. And he became physical towards my children. And that's where I drew my line at.
Hold on. He became successful because you were going to take him
No,
with you.
no. So I got married at 19 and
Okay.
he was 29.
Okay.
I was raised with nothing but old people. So all of my peers were 50 something years old and they had all been married for 25 plus years.
Okay.
I was a 19-year-old that didn't want to club, didn't want to do that. I just wanted to cook, clean,
So
and
what?
raise my
Okay.
kids.
So why would he want to put his hands on you?
He put his hands on me because I needed more. I lived in a low income apartment. And no matter like the
Oh
other
boy.
girl who said she built a man. That's why I told her you can't really build a man. Because when I met him, he already was older than me. And I thought an older man could help me get to where I needed to go. I had goals in my mind that I knew I needed to accomplish. But he got me pregnant. He said we got married. I didn't understand that no matter how you nurture your man, you rub his feet, you rub his back, you cook his food. If you only got $5, you can make a $25 meal out of it. None of that worked. None of
You
that.
you realize you the same person that was saying earlier to support your man no matter what y'all going through, and now you
That's
Yeah.
saying
that's why I had that mindset. I still tell my kids that that's your daddy. You're gonna love him. I still don't tear him down. I still don't say because you couldn't make X
no,
amount of
but
money,
but then
you're
you gave me
worthless.
two. So I'm gonna tell you this. I don't know what truth experience is. I don't know what modern experience is. I don't know what Trey experience is. It's very hard to trust almost 99.9% of y'all, because y'all will say one thing and then you'll say something the very same time we meet you. There's a lot of brothers I talk to that they'll be so attracted into a woman sitting at a dinner table, and in the very same conversation, she'll either contradict herself in her sentence or during that night, and then brothers lose attraction for her, but still want a woman. Like every time sisters come up here, they say something, they contradict themselves. We do not experience that with brothers. Like we really
So
don't.
when I say I
So, so,
support no matter
no,
what,
hold
my
on.
child being hit
You
because
said
I
no, no,
got a
no. Hold
$10,000
on. Let me
bonus is means to leave. But I didn't leave immediately. It took me 3 years to divorce because
hold
I
on.
wanted to support.
Hold on, ma'am. You're telling me your man said you got a $10,000 bonus.
Yeah,
That's what he did.
the day that the bonus hit, everything went up.
Well, I'm a little confused here too because I heard you also mention you said you wanted more. You said I
Yes.
divorced him because I wanted more.
Yes, that's what the contradict. And these are now men up here listening, man. That like there's intellectual brothers that's up here. You said it went from that uh he was violent with you to you just wanted more, but you were taking care of everything, so he was jealous of you. But then you said you wanted more.
And man, why would he abuse the child and
Where'd
punch
she
the
go?
child just
What happened?
because?
True, what happened? You took it down? Hold on, you on
Muted.
your audio. Your
You
audio, I think
muted.
it went
You
out.
muted, bro.
No, my hand has slightly hit the button. It was a thing.
No,
But she should be back. No, she should be back. It was a thing. I don't like. I had chicken and it was greasy and my elbow slipped. She should be back though. But go ahead. We're listening. I'm sorry.
No,
Well,
I like
I
this.
was just gonna say, why would he abuse the child? Like, are you talking about he whipped the child with a belt? He punched the child, and then if he did, there had to be something leading that for it to escalate to that level. Because that's his child, right? That's his biological child. So I'm confused.
One thing I would tell you that I see all over the internet is women provoking their men constantly on
I
these
was
panels.
gonna I
They'll
was
say
gonna
that
say that.
they'll say men are violent, men delete us, delete kids, but they are the most disrespectful women to these brothers. They be poking them, antagonizing. Like I'm sure some of y'all been in situations where a woman try to poke you to do something to her. It's like they want you to hit you. Like every time we ask sisters about this, somehow it goes to, oh, I left because he was violent. Like every single time. So are y'all dealing with good men or y'all dealing with toxic men?
And I mean, I guess when she comes back up, I really would like her to answer that because I heard her say things about abusive, but then but what got me, she said, I divorced him because I wanted more. So the abusive stuff was already going on and there was no leaving him, but then because she wanted more, she left. I'm a little confused on that, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm confused too.
I've seen that before. I have a friend of mine. She divorced her husband because she started making more money than him, and she wanted more. So
Hey, yo, that's the saying now. Now, when they broke and you got money, they willing to work with you. But if they make more money than you, they don't need you anymore. That's what the word on the streets are. I don't know if that's true, sisters. When you ain't got money, you looking for a donor and somebody to finance your lifestyle. But as soon as you make more money than him, you don't need a man anymore.
and
But maybe
watch
I
it.
don't
And
know what
watch
I'm
it,
talking
Ali. And watch it, Ali. She went to an NFL player who made more money than her, but he had several women.
You muted, Ali.
I said, was that Cardi B? Oh, it ain't Cardi B. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Sound like Cardi B, even though it seemed like Stephon Diggs got another woman pregnant, but I ain't gonna say nothing. And the women were congratulating Cardi B. You go, girl. You doing it big, girl. Sound like she should have just stayed with her husband, man. At least he was doing was cheating. He cheating and making babies. Like, hey, sisters, who would you rather stay with? And don't do that. I won't be with none of them. A man that's cheating on you, that's your husband and the biological father of your kids, or a man that's cheating with you and that's your boyfriend while you still married and he having kids on you.
I'm gonna stay with my husband.
Hey, how about you, Rebecca?
I'd stay with the husband if I'm
How
gonna get
about you,
cheated on.
Rose?
I gotta stay with my husband.
So then if that's the truth, why don't women give they one man 50 chances instead of giving 50 men one chance?
It's that money. It's that money,
Ah,
Ali. When
But
women
with
start
Cardi,
making a certain amount of money, they start getting that energy, that masculine energy.
no, I'm not.
And
No, I don't mean that, Mary. Women are literally getting bodies because they say and they doing what men do, getting 20 bodies, 30 bodies. Y'all got more bodies than any woman in generation. Y'all got more bodies than one. Like y'all got more bodies than all the women combined in the 60s and 50s, like 40s, 30s. Like y'all got this generation of women got like 20, 30 bodies by the time they 23. It's like 4 or 5 men by the time you know how to have sex. It's about 3, 4 men a year.
Yeah.
I mean, so why deteriorate yourself, destroy yourself, make all these bad decisions with your body, then blame it on men, but are physically, socially, emotionally unable to create healthy relationships with men now because you've compromised yourself so much. Because men, you give modern men, Ron, he ain't gonna say right now a lie because he married, right? But you give him 5 women, he gonna be happy. You give Blu-ray 5 women, he gonna light up like a Christmas tree. You give Truth women, he gonna like, he married too, but I ain't gonna speak on like that. You give brothers men and make them happy. When y'all get multiple men, it destroy y'all.
So I disagree. And I'm and I know. Against popular opinion, I disagree. Multiple women for me, they're a headache. I've had a lot of access to women my whole life. It's a fucking burnout. I was tired.
Hey,
Of
True, can I
dealing.
repackage it? Can I repackage it? What I mean?
Okay, well, go ahead, cause
If you
go
had
ahead.
5 women who didn't give you a heartache, I mean a headache for dealing with them. That's all I'm saying. So I get what you
So
said. I
no,
know that you was with Monday. I know what you was with Monday, Tuesday calling you like, where you at?
so
Wednesday,
but
like you ain't come see me last week. I know what you talk about, right?
no, so hear me out though. So like you can definitely understand where I'm coming from, but I'm very direct in what I say and what I mean. And so what I was saying was, for me, I'm a routine guy. I can literally eat the same thing every single day for the rest of my life. Like
I
that's
get it.
literally who I am. I don't like change. I don't like inconsistencies. Like I'm a type of person when I fall in love with a woman. So my grandfather gave me this jewel when I was very young. He said if you can fall in love with all of the things that you dislike about a woman, everything else is rainbows and unicorns after that, right? So I'm the type of guy that might like you because one of your titties is smaller than the other. I'm the type of guy that might fall in love with that birthmark on your ass that you hate. Like I really fall deep to the point where I
Me
don't want to
too.
be distracted, right? And so for me, the reason of even getting in a relationship is the exclusivity of it. So to now, and let me be very clear. As a younger man, did I have issues entertaining other women? Absolutely not. But as far as being locked in with multiple women, I couldn't fathom it. That's just me.
You know, I feel you, my brother. I feel you. But I was thinking yesterday, and I'm just speaking hypothetically, not reality, because I wouldn't do this. But
I'm listening.
imagine you with your wife, and she don't feel like cleaning today, and your other lady come through and say, "Hey, don't worry about that. I got that." She don't feel like making love today. The other woman come in and go, "Hey, wife, don't worry about that. I got
Mm.
that." It's a whole different ball. It's a natural thing for why certain things. I know modern renaissance, you're gonna be mad with me, but it's reality. These women, men were made to have multiple women, regardless of how much we can deny it or not. And I know it drives sisters crazy. If it wasn't the truth, y'all wouldn't be chasing the same men. Y'all would get with the man.
Nor will we be able to reproduce until the day we die.
That's right. Oh,
Damn.
man, that's a whole nother story. But if I'm
Mm.
lying, why y'all dealing with men that y'all are sharing instead of being with a man who ain't got no women? If I'm lying, I'm dying. Y'all deal with single men. Y'all share single men. Y'all share a man who dating. Y'all share a man who married. Y'all share a man who in the church. Y'all don't like dealing with the man who no women like dealing with. So if I'm lying, why not just share the guy y'all dealing with? Y'all already sharing them. Just build with him. Take that money you got now, that strong independence you got now, that alpha female mentality you got now. If you want to go to work, let the brother impregnate all y'all. Y'all take care of him. Let him chill in the house and take care of the kids since y'all don't want to be with the kids no more. He got 5 women working. Y'all building businesses and stuff. And now you good. Like, I don't get it. Y'all want to be boss babes so bad. Y'all don't want to rest in your femininity. You want to be the boss. You want to be the entrepreneur. Why don't y'all get together and take care of that man?
That would be too easy for a man. Oh
Wouldn't that be
my
too
God.
easy? Modern Renaissance. Hey,
Oh
you know
my
what's crazy?
God.
Hey, Modern Renaissance. You know what's crazy? They
That
complain
would be
about
too easy.
listen. They complain about working. They complain about cooking. They complain about being mamas, right? Imagine you being able to be a stay-home daddy where the woman go, you know what, babe, you ain't gotta work. I'm gonna come home and screw you when I come out of when I come off, because we want to get our women we get off work. We love doing for them. Imagine women switching roles and saying, we do want to be with y'all, be like y'all. We gonna go to work, y'all come back home. And when we come back, we gonna put it on you. Just take care of the house. Imagine how happy men could be if men didn't get shamed for being at home. But who am I, yo? I don't know what I'm talking about.
Hey, ladies, why y'all so quiet? Y'all gotta fight back. Don't let Ali sit up here and just talk to y'all like that.
I mean, I'm not telling it. Hey,
Ali, they gotta fight back,
no,
man. They
you
just
know,
sitting
I
there
know
just
you a boss, babe. I
not
know
even
you.
listen.
You look like you got about 2 businesses over there, but you want somebody that make equal or higher to you. I know that's you right there. If you don't make as much as me, and he make $1 less than you, he can't tell you what to do. He ain't about to submit to that, brother. And a lot of sisters won't. And MBO, you know I'm playing with you, but I bet you do got a business or something, in a LLC or EIN number. But my point is this: why not, if y'all want to be boss babes now, and y'all want to switch these roles so bad, let this brother be taken care of and rest in his in his masculinity, in his South man.
Ali, you gotta
Hold
let
on,
them
man, hold on,
give
brother.
you.
Let me cook.
You gotta
Why
let them
can't
give
we?
you an answer. Is what I'm saying.
Yes. So why won't y'all let us now, since y'all want to work so bad, let us rest in our soft man era?
You think we want to work so bad?
Oh yes.
What is a soft man era?
Where I get to come home, I get to kick my feet back. I'm gonna make sure the house is clean and taken care of. I'm making a bed I play the game and watch the game, and you pay all the bills, and I get the rest of my soft man era.
I can't relate to that. That's not what I want. So that's that sounds crazy to me.
Damn. But don't you want to work?
I do.
Right. So if you want to work so bad, why don't you let him come home?
Yeah, nah, I can't do that.
You know what the problem is? You know what
because
Rose, you know what's making us all struggle so bad and be stressed out?
what is it?
Women want to do everything but don't want to do it. Like you women go to work, they get about 40 years old, they don't want to work anymore. Women say they want to have kids, complain about the kids. They exhausted and overwhelmed. Look at what these babies did to my body. My body ain't the same anymore. Women get married, and will say they're maids and servants instead of committing to the decision you made. Where when we get a wife, I can't wait to make you go crazy all kind of ways. I want to get you everything you want. I want to take care of you. I want your body to go crazy, your mind to go crazy, your soul to go crazy. I ain't never asked Monica to come from a long day's work. Baby, hey, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. You better. We ain't never tired to be with. Yo, and especially if you take care of your body. Hey, Trey, am I lying? If a man is take care of himself, that man is the energy. You gonna have to, when a man love you, you're gonna have to run from that man. You gonna have to run. He like, listen, I can't no more. Like, I just can't no more. I'm tired. Like, you every day, 2 times a day, 3 times a day when he take care of it. Y'all not built for that. And that's why men had multiple women back then, especially when he was the word we hate, high value man. But all I'm saying is, since y'all don't like doing none of these things, why don't you just pick a position and let him do what he's supposed to do?
Y'all gotta fight back.
Oh, okay, can I interject?
Yes, Rebecca. And it better not be about nothing. I'm joking.
I
Rebecca, you
think
don't know.
the women who want to do what you say. So I have met women who are the breadwinners, right? They go out, they work, they have the high power careers, and they do have stay at home husbands, and it does work for them. So I honestly, I just think that if you're going to commit to a role, you do have to commit, and you do have to be comfortable with what that means. And she went through the experience. She was like, well, then you stay home and do everything. And he was like, okay, I will. And it worked for them, right? So I do think that for some people, if you have the personality, it does work. What I also believe, though, is that if you're looking for that attitude, right, of somebody, if you're a wife, if you're a woman and you're looking for the attitude of provider and you're going to stay home, to your point, you do have to commit to that role. You do have to be comfortable with, my man's going out to work, and while I'm home, I am the person who's cleaning, right? I am the person who's mothering the children. I am the person who's cooking. And you have to be comfortable with that. At home is your full-time job. Just like he got a full-time job outside the house, you now have a full-time job inside of the house. I think that's just what it is. And so I just think those people need to really look for people who want the opposite, right? If you're a woman who wants a provider man and you want to stay at home and you want to cook, clean, and all that, find a man who wants to be the provider. If you're a provider man, find the opposite.
So Rebecca, they came out with a study that
Mm-hmm.
it makes a woman stress out if she sees her man sit on the couch not doing anything, even if the man work, cut the grass. It literally makes your body go crazy. You know how many times you went in the house and saw your man just sitting there relaxing? You just, why he's so happy and at peace? Like, it really makes a woman upset to see a man sit on the couch and not doing that. That's a study that's been done, that it stresses a woman out when she see a man not doing nothing. So once you agree to that, you'll sleep with the CEO, you'll sleep with the doctor, you'll lose respect for your man. And you know what the most unattractive thing that women hate? When a man asks you for money. So now you got this man you taking care of. He go, hey, Rebecca, I wanted to get this shirt from JC Penney. Can I borrow $100? I want a whole outfit. If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. That's one of the most unattractive things that a man can do, is ask a woman for money. So once you commit to that,